Amen. He appears.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Greetings and welcome to Winning Saturday Night. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you are all doing and living well. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Winning Reality, and with me tonight, the co-host hostess with the mostest, Shelly, aka Talking Trash and Truths, also known as T3.
Hey.
Hey,
What's
hey,
up?
hey. How you doing out there, T3?
I'm good. I'm still getting used to seeing you on screen.
Yeah, you know, it is
Yeah.
what it is. Man, well, thank you to all those awesome people that are in the winner circle that support the channel on a monthly basis. Thank you so much for doing all that you do. And a special thanks to Shelly and Wolfram who support us over on Rumble as well. And we are, of course, broadcasting tonight on YouTube, Rumble, and X. And we are off and rolling. Let us say hello to this awesome crowd out here. Evelyn Cox sliding in first. How you doing, Evelyn? Welcome to the
Hey,
show.
honey.
Good to see you. Hope you're doing well and had a great holiday season and a great New Year's as well. And just listening to different songs, and it works well. Oh, with the dancing. Yeah. There you go. I'll tell you what. Shelly and the Not For Nothing dancers can dance to anything.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
That's news to me. I like it. Not for nothing dancers.
Hey Heidi, how you doing? Welcome to this show. Thank you so much. And it's Heidi. Where is the wolf? Hey, cool gamer, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel. And Wolfram, my friend, thank you for dropping these links, all these links. And remember, when you're here, to always listen to the wolf. He knows what he's talking about. He wipes his paws, he lopes in, and he and that's how you know the alpha mod is in the house, y'all.
Absolutely.
T-Rex trucking and more, sliding around the snow out there. Or how you doing, T-Rex? Hope you're driving and being safe. Tonight, the and more is safety as winter storm warnings are in effect. Yes, definitely. Winter storm warnings.
It's been snowing here for days.
Mhm.
Literal days.
We got Memento Mori. What's up, Memento Mori? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Well, guys, here we are, Winning Saturday Night. And we're gonna just do what we do. We're just gonna take it easy and have a good old time. Cover some good news, cover some cool things, cover some funny videos, and just hang out with you guys. Probably be a lot more of that tonight. As you know, we'll play it by ear on a lot of things.
Ooh.
What's up, angry conservative? Winning, I need your help at some point because I got super chats, super stickers, and memberships on my channel.
Yay! You got
Oh,
monetized.
congratulations. Congratulations.
Why
Welcome to
didn't
the
you throw a
wonderful world of
monetization?
monetization.
Yeah, like throw a monetization stream.
I wish I had done that.
I did it. Fuck it.
Uh,
I did. I was super proud of myself getting monetized. Murph Surf. Hi, Murph. To everybody in chat that I didn't get to say hello to. Hi, Cool Gamer, Inya, Wolfie, Heidi. Anybody that I missed.
Murph Turp, welcome to the show. How you doing out there? And thank you for supporting the channel as well. All my awesome Winter Circle members in the house.
You do have a loyal bunch.
Yeah, exactly. Good stuff
I
and
do
good
too.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. And I'm sporting a new pair of shades tonight as well. I didn't like the other ones. This is a little bit more my style. So it is what it is, maybe a little bit of reflection, but it is what it is. We'll go with it for now. Well, thank you, Angry. Thank you so much. Long time coming.
Mhm.
We're gonna win Rio now or go home. And streaming's been an interesting life for sure. It's been an interesting life for sure. So we'll see where it goes, and we'll keep on winning.
Well, you've changed a lot since you started. You're a lot more focused, a lot shorter streams. I mean, you used to, God, that 24-hour stream you did that one time was like murder. I mean, you did it all by yourself, and it was like, oh my goodness.
For the most part, yeah. I thought I had some friends in a Discord that would be joining me at some point. I guess they did at some point, but they weren't the most supportive people in the world. Not all of them.
Well, you
Some of
didn't like
them
me
are.
back then, so why would I join?
Yeah, according to the rumor mill. It's all good. Always listen to the rumor mill. It's definitely right.
I do think that I
It's
joined
definitely
you at
not
some point.
poisoning it out. Huh?
I do think I joined you at some point.
Did you?
Um,
Yeah, I think
I
everybody
think
did
Div
at
and I
some point.
joined you.
Everybody joined at some point. And then I got through the finish line, and that was that.
You
They
sure
left at
did. I
some
don't know
point
how the
too.
hell you stayed awake that whole time by yourself.
Willpower. It was pure willpower.
No caffeine at all? X to doubt.
Oh, of course. Yeah, caffeine right now. Night C4. Cherry.
See, I followed your advice. I ordered the C4 off of Amazon because nobody
Got the
around here
case.
carries it. Yes, I got a
Right?
case. Mhm.
Now you just what you do is you get a variety of flavors and then take one out of each flavor at a time and stick it down in the crisper. And you'll have nice cold drinks whenever you want them. Hey, Levy, how you doing? Good to see ya. T3 fake real.
Levy, you got jokes. No. I do what I want. You're not the boss of me. I mean,
I don't
he's
remember. Did V join? I don't know if he did or not. I can't remember. I don't know if I knew V that well back then. I don't think so. He's kind of.
I don't think you guys were like buds. You did do that. You did help him out with that stream for the ramp when he was doing the crowdfunding thing for the ramp.
Yep.
I know you stepped up and helped him.
Yeah,
You
we
did that a
that
lot
stream.
over the years.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that you've volunteered like a lot of time to other people's streams when they're trying to raise money.
Sometimes for a good cause, sometimes not.
I know which one you're talking about.
I think we all know
yeah.
which one I'm talking about.
Where's the money, Gary? You better pay what you owe. Best.
He never pays what he owes.
That's all right. Karma's a bitch.
It is.
God's watching.
Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Can't keep running no more. Yo, Gary, it's time to face the truth. Shelly needs a cash, no more acting uncouth. Pay up what you owe. Don't make this get rough. You mess with the wrong crew. Now you're playing tough. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Better pay what you owe. Where's the money, Gary? Where's the money? Better pay what you owe.
Never pays what he owes.
No. I hate how long that clip is because I have to stare at his face and it aggravates me.
It's funny. That's a hit song, though. I'll tell you what, that is a hit song. That song needs to be out on the radio. I need to release that just to put it out there. No video or something. I'll
Gary will
release
be
it.
very upset. They'll be like, I don't owe him, I swear.
So that's when it's like, whenever anybody sees him, to ask him where the money is.
Mm-hmm.
No matter who it is. Oh, yeah, you're like the guy in the song. Where's the money, Gary? Yeah, that song's about me, man.
Yeah.
There goes the
The
value of the
what is it?
Medal
The
of Honor.
Medal of Freedom.
What?
He gave
To
out the
George
Medal of Freedom, didn't he?
who? To George Soros?
He gave it to George Soros, Denzel Washington, Hillary Clinton, and who did he give it to yesterday? There was somebody yesterday.
Yeah, Levy just nailed it. It has no meaning whatsoever anymore. Sorry
Yeah,
for all
no.
those people who really deserved it, who got it. The
Although Michael
establishment just
J.
handed out
Fox got it.
their scumbag awards, I guess, and
Mhm.
the Medal of Honor. Ugh. Man,
I
if
really
you
do
didn't
think it
think the
was the
world was
Medal of
corrupt, now
Freedom,
you
though.
know. Oh, it's the Medal of Freedom?
I think so because the Medal of Honor goes to
Military?
military, right?
Uh,
So the Medal of Freedom goes to civilians only.
hmm.
Bill Nye the Science Guy, yeah, the science denier. Um, but there was somebody who got it yesterday. Les! Hello, honey. I gotta look that up because I know it was somebody like today. Like I was like, "Are you kidding?" Uh,
Mm. Lass, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Hope you have a great New Year so far, as we all are. Man, well, that's pretty disturbing. And Liz Cheney too. Yeah, yeah. So it's
oh,
basically
Liz
like a
Cheney, that's the one.
who's who of
That's
the
the one.
corrupt.
And Ralph
Who's who?
Lauren, because apparently the Medal of Freedom goes to somebody who
What an
just
idiot.
charges $9,000 for a shirt. But okay.
I mean, Biden's he's a disgrace. Disgrace. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Hmm.
Less. New year, new look. Only to us. He's been looking at that face for a while. I can't believe though he gave it to Clinton and Soros. Like, really? Cheney is out there for witness tampering, and he gives her the like. Come on, why don't you just make a list? People I owe favors to. Here you go. Here's a nice little medal. Here's a pardon. Here's a
Jesus,
backdoor
man.
deal into the Ukraine.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Your money looks
Mm.
dirty. Give it to me for 5 minutes. It'll come out super clean. Sure. Why not?
It's the Presidential Medal of Honor. The Congressional Medal of Freedom is only given to military members. Okay, there you have it.
No, you have it reversed.
Okay, tell them what's up.
I mean, look it up. It's not, they didn't get the Medal of Honor. They got the Medal of Freedom. The Medal of Freedom is given to supposedly philanthropists, but it's only given to civilians. It's the highest honor a civilian can get,
Hmm.
which now means nothing. So
Absolutely nothing.
it's a participation trophy. That's what that is.
I'll put this background on for now, since
They always do that. Obama gave it to a bunch of actors and other lefty nut jobs. Castro, hello.
Don't like that one either.
Freedom.
Jacob Castro, what's up, my friend? How you doing out there? Where'd you see him? There he is. There he is. Man,
Holding it
yeah.
down
I
on
mean,
Rumble
it took
as
a it took
usual.
a Biden just doing just really showing his true colors on the door and that. Not like we didn't see through him in the first place, anyways. But I mean,
Oh,
taking
it's
a
not
shit
like
on
he knows
everything,
he's there.
going out the door. Ridiculous. I wish we could can we take those things back? Can Trump come in and be like, nope, nope, nope. We're taking these back because this is
Mhm.
bullshit.
Oh, when he was putting it on Hillary, I was like, "Oh, see, now if there's only a mobster around, they know what to do now." That's when you just
This question, who
just
is worse, the
fastening it
political
tight.
establishment or the mob? Oh, the political establishment's worse, I think. Absolutely. It's the
Mhm.
mob took care of people. The
Well, they
ivory
took care of
tower has
their
never
own,
been so evident. That's the truth.
right?
Mhm.
He gave it to Bono? Bono's not even from here.
Why would you give it?
Like,
It's like they should just call it the useful idiot award, right? You
God.
know, This useful idiot award goes to.
That or just everybody on the Epstein list. Who said that? I didn't say that. Allegedly. Damn it. I want that list in the worst way. Oh, God. Ooh.
Yes, well, we will do that. We will do that. Well, we're gonna see it all the way through. We're gonna cross them over that finish line for sure. Um, and we do have a little bit of news tonight about what happened today. I thought we could start this evening out. I know we usually just mm, I might just save this. I was thinking that we might just talk about this Las Vegas thing since the press briefing came out today. You guys want to
Such
talk
a
about
tease.
that? Usually on Saturday nights we don't talk about stuff that's too heavy.
No.
I could save it for Tuesday
I'm gonna be
or whatever
perfectly
day.
honest, I'm totally confused about that entire thing because there's so many different stories, and I'm just like, I honestly said, "Oh, screw it, I'll wait till Winning covers it." I was like, "'Cause I'm not gonna try to pick and choose what sounds right or whatever." I'm just
Right.
not
Well, I mean, it's just if the crowd wants to talk about it, we can talk about it. Like the first segment is like whatever you guys want to talk about. The LV, yes, I went down the
Las
rabbit hole in
Vegas.
the LV incident, Las Vegas incident,
Mhm.
the rabbit hole. You know, I
Oh,
don't know that. I mean, I don't know if there's definitely some oddities to it. There's oddities to everything, but um, I don't know what it's supposed to point to. I mean, it's such a Vegas thing. Seems like a disgruntled vet who's upset he's not being taken care of after he served. I mean, he just got his wife just filed for a divorce against him for infidelity. Yeah, young kids. You know, there's
mhm.
that too. There's a bunch of stuff like and we can talk about it if you want. Something isn't adding up. I mean, what is it supposed to mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is it? Oh, it's a big tell. Like, what is it? What is a failed botched? Well, or maybe it's not a failed botch, but maybe just somebody blowing themselves up in front of a uh, Trump Tower. What is that supposed to mean? What does it do? It doesn't. What results are we going to get out of this? Like that's what I ask myself. It's not some grand statement. It's just really some dude who did something on a whim, and might have been, I don't know. There were some things that are definitely weird about it. Um, I don't know, but nothing really came out of it. You know, it's like the world isn't going to change over this. It's nothing's going to change. You know, it's not like when planes hit buildings and a lot of things changed after that.
Yeah.
This is something that'll be forgotten quickly. I don't think it's a big conspiracy to find here. He had a mental breakdown. That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, just
He just
you know,
snapped.
it yeah, it points to that, and then people that want it to be something more than it is are gonna try to find a way to do it, and it's easy to do in this world. Connect a bunch of things together and say, "Oh, what's this?" Okay, well, show me the results, right?
Mhm.
Show me the results that why this is was such an important thing to do, that somebody would take time out of their life to schedule to arrange this in such a way that, that's why at the initial reaction phase of it, you don't see the long-term results, right? If there are gonna
Mhm.
be any, and there's not. There's not. I don't think so. I think dude was hoping for much bigger boom. You think so? I mean, this guy wasn't a pushover. Here, I tell you what, we're already talking about it. So we'll just do it now because we got, I got some things for those other segments, not a lot. So we got plenty of time to kill and just talk and chat. Um, you know, time for us to as a crowd, just have a conversation with each other about shit. So we want to talk about this, we'll talk about this. Let's talk about it. And let's bring in somebody who is generally, is pretty based when it comes to things like this, keeps it on the real.
Sweet.
If I can, here it is. Okay. And we'll get to see the press conference and we'll go through it together and we can all talk about it and it'll be great.
I agree, Murph. Murph says I don't think he wanted to harm anybody but himself. I agree. but he wanted to make a point when doing it. So, I mean, we've all had those moments. It seemed like a good idea at the time when you're in high emotional distress or whatever. Things make sense that should not make sense. Like you do wacky stuff. But go
Yep.
ahead.
Go ahead. All right, here we go. I got this on winning
Hey,
speed. Don't you worry about it.
hey.
Wait, he's gonna do his little intro, right? Okay. Well, maybe this pops right into it.
In this particular case,
Coming up.
are all consumer fireworks, nothing commercial grade,
So you got a bunch of fireworks in there.
has been discovered at this point, and we've identified some fuel enhancers like the Coleman fuel and BP Racing fuel, and some explosive targets that can be purchased at any sport goods store.
That wallet was found in the back seat under some debris in the vehicle, and it contained, you'll see in this photograph, the credit card.
You made it all through.
Photograph and a number of other pieces of identifying information.
Last text messages ever sent from the alleged bomber in Las Vegas. You can see this is a post from Nick Sorter on X saying that the Cybertruck bomber did reach out to his ex-girlfriend and was very excited talking to her about getting a new Cybertruck, said it's going to be fun and exciting, and then apparently shot himself and then blew it all up in front of Trump Hotel. Very strange thing happening here. This is a picture apparently of the two reported by Nick Sorter. Here are some of the text messages. Says, past couple of years, how was Germany? He says in response, oh, okay, it's been wild, so much learning and fun, but I rented a Cybertruck, a Tesla, and it is amazing. I'm building drones in my new positions. You would love it, he says his ex-girlfriend. Sends her a picture of the truck, multiple pictures of the truck. He says, I feel like I'm Batman or something, or Halo. She sends back multiple emojis, laughing, you dork. I don't know if it's cool or I should bully you about it for driving a Tesla. How fast is it? He says, ungodly. Very fast, as it's electric. It matches my Kobe 2 shoes I had when I was little because he was fast. It's Kobe's final form, most powerful form. Did you really have shoes like that, you nerd? LOL. How's your mom doing? He said, yeah, Google him. Well, she's still the same, so no change. So lame. So maybe mom has a problem. I bet you look so cute in those. She Googled the shoes. Did you keep them? He says, nah, they were stinky when I was younger. Strange. Seems like a pretty normal dude sending those text messages like it's all normal. But apparently another report says his wife broke up with him days before the bombing occurred. The wife of the soldier who blew up himself in the truck in Las Vegas, allegedly, broke up with him 6 days before his death. He's 37, left Colorado Springs the day after Christmas following an argument with his wife over infidelity. His wife, who had a baby daughter with him, reportedly told him that she knew he had been cheating, the sources say. There's him and his brand new baby. After leaving Colorado, he rented a Cybertruck, made his way to Vegas, parked in front of the hotel, detonated explosives stashed in the truck, and they say shot himself in the head. That's according to sources. Now, other people are saying maybe he didn't shoot himself. Maybe somebody else shot him in the head, threw him in the front of the Tesla, and autopiloted the thing right to the front of Trump Hotel. With the new development in the case, investigators are probing whether the motive was purely personal, whether it wasn't political at all. The FBI had been looking into the possibility that the bombing was politically charged because it occurred outside a hotel owned by Trump and they used the same vehicle. Now, I follow some special forces bros on X, and they're all saying, you know what, this sounds like a message. Like they took this dude out and then sent a message to special forces, maybe twice with both of these dudes. It's not lost on us that it happened in front of the Trump building and the Tesla vehicle was used. Leibelsberger, who was an active member of the Army Elite Special Forces, was known to be a Rambo-type patriot and staunch Trump supporter. Weird. So why is he blowing himself up in front of Trump Hotel if he likes Trump? The law enforcement officers are investigating if he had purposely picked a Cybertruck to limit casualties for some reason. If he had used a normal vehicle, would have probably taken out and maybe even killed some other people there. The impenetrable steel of the Cybertruck contained the explosion. There it was. The evil knuckleheads picked the wrong vehicle, said Elon. Not even the glass doors of the lobby were broken. The soldier had been deployed to Afghanistan in 17 and 18.
Or did he?
Somebody said he loved Trump. He was always a very, very patriotic soldier, a patriotic American, said the uncle. His wife reportedly broke up with him over allegations of infidelity. It's one of the reasons he was special forces for so many years. It wasn't just one tour of duty. The dude's like Rambo. Leibelsberger was last stationed at Camp Panzerkasernen, just southwest of Germany, where he worked as a remote and autonomous systems manager for the Army. He had been in the Army for 19 years, was a Green Beret in 2006, and was very patriotic, and apparently couldn't even assemble a real big bomb. That was just a bunch of fireworks in the back of a Cybertruck. So a very strange situation happening there. And as we saw, there were more reports that he was a Rambo-type, staunch Trump supporter, loved Trump, said the uncle. He used to have all patriotic stuff on.
I don't know if there's a detonator or anything they found yet of such. What if the gunshot set off everything that was in the truck itself? You know? What if that was like what did it? I don't know. We'll listen to more.
Facebook. He was 100% loving.
They're gonna have the news conference here in a second. So
said Dean, the uncle who told the Independent about this, then suddenly lost everything. He loved Trump, was always very, very patriotic. Last stationed where we saw that is the aftermath of the vehicle. Here are the weapons and the explosives that were in the back of the vehicle that were recovered inside. They said he was a very skilled warrior. He would be able to make, if it was him, if he did this, he would have been able to make a much more sophisticated explosive device. All right. He was what you might call a super soldier.
That's the thing I'm saying. Like, he could have done a better job than just a bunch of fireworks in the back of a thing, back of a truck and some other things. Who knows? Maybe it was just That's why you have to wait. You have to wait for, you know, more information to come out, even though they're going to tell you everything they know here in a minute. So the ex did an interview.
Supposedly
Said
he was
he
like a
seemed,
reality star.
I don't know, never heard of him. She said he seemed off a few days prior to the incident. Also said she believed he was suffering from symptoms of TBI and PTSD. Probably. Benny Johnson had an interesting take, thinking it's odd they could pull off. Benny Johnson is he's in his own world sometimes. But anyways, he says could pull off this sort of it's odd they could pull all sorts of stuff off the damaged phone, but they couldn't pull anything from the first assassin's attempter's phone. Well, it's different phone, different apps. I mean, that's not hard to figure out. Again, it's this unified view of reality people have, like, about our intelligence agencies, our government, everything like that. This unified Hollywood view that it's all a certain way, and if something doesn't sync right with that, they think, oh, something's off about it. I mean, there's a lot of variables in the world. There's a lot of variables. You know, so many variables that when you really get down to it, the possibilities are endless, aren't they? Let's listen to some more.
If you have ever read about the things he was awarded and the experience he had, some of it doesn't make sense. When he had the skills and the ability to make something more, let's just say, efficient, his skills were enormous. From what he had been taught in the military, he could have fashioned a bomb that would have obliterated half that hotel if he wanted to hurt others, says the uncle. Dean said his brother and his father, Leibelsberger's father, had been married several times, has children with multiple women. Vegas Metro Police says that he shot himself in the head just moments before the explosion went off, and his body was so badly burned, it was unrecognizable. Now, there was damage to the body, so they can't figure out who this guy is, but just like we got those 9/11 passports, you know, from those terrorist hijackers, they also found in the vehicle his military ID, his passport, his phone, and his smartwatch. So they got all that other stuff, but his body was charred. Police were also able to find 2 distinct tattoos that match his known body ink, and they agree that he was the suspect. So that's him. Police and FBI officials are still investigating the motive behind the attack, but of course, it doesn't make any sense. And so here is what Las Vegas PD were saying about all this.
As you look at this Cybertruck here, we had to transport this down to our fleet services so that we could really get through this thing. And I remind you that the subject inside wasn't able to be removed for a very long period of time because he was burnt beyond recognition. And so as we continue to move through this, I'm going to talk a little bit about his identity and what we believe, but I would like to highlight a couple of things that the teams found inside of the Cybertruck that are useful to the investigation. And that first and foremost is a military identification. We also found a passport.
Got it.
We found a Desert Eagle 50 caliber semi-automatic pistol. And if you'll notice on a lot of these guns that we're going to talk about here, they're almost just burnt beyond recognition as well. There's a SLR model B30 semi-automatic firearm, number of fireworks that were still in the vehicle that had to be removed. Notably, we found an iPhone and a smartwatch, and then several credit cards were also in the name of our subject. Our subject is 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger. He's of Colorado Springs, Colorado, born July 22nd of 1987. Now, as you'll see here on a picture of his driver's license, the question really still remains for me, and I know that there's a lot of you folks in the media that are identifying this person as the person in our vehicle. As I mentioned to you already, his body is burnt beyond recognition, and I do still not have confirmation,
except for those tattoos, though,
that is the individual that was inside of our vehicle. And so as I'm calling it now, the subject or person of interest, I will not come back until I have the confirmation through DNA or medical records that this is indeed, in fact, the subject inside of the vehicle.
Still questions about that other than the tattoo as of yesterday.
Identification of this individual. We also discovered through the coroner's office that the individual had sustained a gunshot wound to the head prior to the detonation of the vehicle.
Sustained.
One of the handguns was found at his feet inside of the vehicle. Obviously, in how we're trying to identify him, and I'm feeling comfortable to give you this information, there's a tremendous amount of substantial evidence to include he rented the Turo vehicle. There are 2 tattoos, one of which was on the stomach and one of which is on the arm, that we can see bits and pieces of it as in comparison to what it is that we now know he had on his body. That has given us a lot of confidence that this is, in fact, the same person, as well as, which is the clearly obvious, which is the credit cards, the military identification, the passport. And then furthermore, as you'll see here in just a very short period of time, we tracked his movements from Colorado to Las Vegas. And in a number of the photographs that we were able to determine, he was the individual that was driving the vehicle. And also, I'd like to iterate this point to you. We still have only ever seen him in this vehicle, and we're not aware of any other subjects involved in this particular case.
And so was he driving the car in?
Now,
Yeah, but he just said he was the only one in the vehicle. But he's going to get to that. I think he's talking about auto drive. Looking for stuff. I think this guy does, this sheriff, like, you're going to see through this report, like, is very thorough. Like, he's trying his best to answer every little anomaly question he possibly can, which I think is a good standard for these type of situations. I mean, do the best you can with what you got without going too far. I think this guy kind of shows you the way to do it. What were you going to say, Shelly?
Tesla already gave a response to the autopilot thing because they have
Yeah, they're gonna bring
records
that
of
up.
it every time it's engaged, and they have
They're gonna
no
br
record of it being engaged.
Yeah, they're bringing this up. They're gonna bring that up right here.
I would like to acknowledge a couple of things
Hey,
because I know
Nacho
what's
Kitty,
going
what's up?
on
How
in the
you
social
doing?
media world, and there are a
Hey,
number of things
Nachos.
that are similar to the attack in New Orleans. We do know that our subject here served in the military. In fact, he is a current member of the military. Both of the subjects served at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. What we do know about that is it's a very large military base, and we have no record that they served in the same unit or even at the same years at Fort Bragg, something that continues to remain under investigation. I also know that they both served in Afghanistan in 2009. We don't have any evidence that they were in the same province in Afghanistan, the same location, or the same unit. Again, something else that remains under investigation. And we also know, of course, that they both used the rental company Turo to rent their vehicles. As far as his military background, it's been confirmed by DOD that he was indeed in the United States Army. He was also a Green Beret operations sergeant who spent most of his time at Fort Carson, Colorado, and in Germany. He was on approved leave from Germany, where he was serving with the 10th Special Forces Group. He was also previously in the National Guard and the Army Reserve. I'd like to point out to you that through exceptional joint investigative effort, we've gotten to a place where we believe we can show you his route to Las Vegas from Colorado, and Carlos will put up the map there for you. We know that he rented the Cybertruck in Denver on December 28th. We tracked his movements through the Tesla charging stations to Monument, Colorado.
Wow, he came through
30th.
Arizona.
On the 31st of December, the truck was charged in
Holbrook,
Trinidad,
Flagstaff,
Colorado,
Kingman. Yeah.
Las Vegas, New Mexico, and Albuquerque and Gallup, New Mexico. On January 1st, the truck was charged in Holbrook, Flagstaff, and Kingman, Arizona. We last tracked the truck in Kingman at 05:33 yesterday morning. The truck was first
Yeah,
spotted in
you
Las
gotta charge
Vegas
these things
at
a lot, don't you?
7:29 a.m. yesterday.
I know, right
We
where
were
he
able to
charged
pull
up.
up a picture of the truck pulling onto Fashion Show Drive here. And that picture was observed at about 7:34 a.m. We know that he pulled into the Trump Valet. I believe we have a video of that. You can see the Cybertruck highlighted there.
They got him driving right through the valet Trump Hotel right there in the highlighted spotlight there. So he drives through it and then must make another loop back around, just
So
checking
through
it out.
extensive surveillance video, we were able to track him leaving there, and we know that he went to several different places along Las Vegas Boulevard, and he spent some time in a parking lot of a business near Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard.
What kind of business?
We didn't have a video of the truck going back onto Las Vegas Boulevard from the sands.
Like what kind of business? Was it a strip club? Was it a bank? Was it a drugstore?
See that?
Oh, does it
Agreed,
matter?
Memento.
Same.
And he said it's ugly. That truck is ugly. It is.
No. Okay, I just like throw that up there. There you go. What's futuristic, man?
That there.
Was it something else?
That's north on the boulevard from Sands at 8:39, where he then immediately heads to the Trump Hotel, pulls into the valet area, and as of course you all know, the explosion occurs within 17 seconds of his arrival at the valet.
Weird.
Within 17 seconds. You guys see how the fireworks go off?
Mhm.
Like, I guess I'll show it
Some
again.
additional investigative updates that are
Look at all
going
the
to be provided
fireworks
to you
going
by a
off.
couple of the other speakers here. The first of which will be our special agent in
I
charge.
think that was intentional, right? I think that was intentional. The fireworks were there to put on a display.
Yeah, it'll definitely draw
Hey, I
the
just blew
eye.
myself up.
Mhm.
You couldn't pay me to travel cross country in EV, right? I'm having a hard time just establishing what Hanslon's razor would be. You mean Arkham's or whatever it's called?
Hanlon's razor?
Are there different
Occam's razor,
razors?
you mean?
Occam's, yeah. Is that what you meant, Jacob, or is there another razor we need to look for?
I guess
Most
I'll
likely
look it up.
explanation: dude wanted to take himself out. Because I mean, if he didn't, and he wasn't trying to martyr himself like in the name of
Oh.
Islam or something,
Okay.
he would have left the truck there and ran and let the truck blow up on its own.
Okay.
FBI local office.
Hanlon's razor is a philosophical rule of thumb that states never attribute to malice that which can adequately be explained by stupidity. So that's the one where don't say somebody's up to no good when they're probably just being stupid.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense to me. Must confess.
Working through the night with our partners, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and other agencies to gather all the facts and determine a motive to what was initially reported to the FBI as a bombing incident to which our special agent bomb techs and others responded. Obviously, we're always concerned in these sorts of events to ascertain what the motive is. We understand that's everybody's at the forefront of everyone's thoughts. And so looking into exactly what the motivation is remains our number one priority. This is why the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force has been brought into play. The Joint Terrorism Task Force, most important part of that acronym is joint. It is done in concert with our partners.
You can do it.
comprised
You can
of
handle
more than
that,
a dozen
Levy.
investigative agencies here throughout the state of Nevada. We've been working working hand in glove, side by side, tirelessly to determine, is there any ongoing threat to the public, to identify the subject,
No.
determine any potential connection to other events going on in the world, most notably in
Judge,
New
what's up?
Orleans,
How you
and then
doing?
obviously to determine if
Good to
there's
see you.
anything else that we need to be tracking down.
Maddie.
At this time, as the sheriff's pointed out, we feel that the subject has been identified, although not conclusively, waiting for DNA evidence on that
Interesting,
front.
yeah.
However, we do feel like we have the subject identified, and at this time, there is no information about additional subjects that the FBI is tracking on. We are resources.
That's strange that there's little boxes around the faces and stuff. Don't you see that? Is that that's wild?
As I mentioned, that have been
Why is
deployed
it
in support
like
of this
that?
event include Special Agent Bomb Techs, our evidence response team, which is processing crime scenes side by side with the forensics folks from Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, our investigators, our intelligence analysts, and then outside of the FBI Las Vegas field office, we have investigative leads that are being conducted by FBI field offices, both internationally and domestically as well. As always, when the FBI is involved with any sort of case like this, we ask for help for the public. Anyone with information related to this incident, we encourage you to please call 1-800-CALL-FBI, or you can submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. We've already received thousands of tips related to this incident. The challenge that we face moving forward is to separate those that are pertinent and relevant and those that can be verified from those that have not. For example, one of the tips that we received just today relates to information alluding to this subject's personal experiences related to his time and activity in the military. Again, that's unverified and uncorroborated, but one of many tips and leads that we'll be following up in the days that come. If you have any additional information, again, encourage everyone, 1-800-CALL-FBI or submit it online, tips.fbi.gov. We will tirelessly work to exhaust all investigative leads and conclusively determine what the nature of this particular incident was, what the motivation was, and to the extent possible, share all that information as we obtain it. I'll now turn some time over to the Assistant Special Agent in charge from the ATF, Kenny Cooper.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kenny Cooper. I'm the Assistant Special Agent in charge of ATF San Francisco.
I don't know what those
ATF
boxes
is
are.
bringing our
Like
expertise
some kind of
in
framing
forensic
for.
investigations and our crime gun intelligence
Yeah.
to specifically assist in this investigation. I will tell you that our Special Agent Bomb Techs are working with FBI and with Las Vegas Metro and sifting through that post-blast debris to find components and investigative leads that will derive from that evidence process. We're too early into that investigation process to give any determination as far as how this device was initiated.
Look at those
I will
guns, but
say
they
that
found
we
his
do know
ID.
that
Incredible.
the components.
I mean, dude,
Okay,
it's
stop.
not really that incredible.
No, it's really
that
not.
incredible.
It's really not.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm
No,
not
go
trying to
ahead,
make.
because then I got a point to make.
Yeah, I mean, let's not go overboard about that. I mean, it's.
No, I'm not.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh,
I'm, I'm saying in general,
Oh, okay.
to Robert making a big deal out of it. I don't think that I mean, I guess he has an idea in his head that when something blows up like that, everything should be incinerated and everything should be complete ash.
Mhm.
I just don't think that's realistic. But
That's because people don't understand how fire works. Fire is drawn to the most oxygenated areas. It doesn't cover like a blanket unless it's following an accelerant. That's the only time that it's going to hit every single thing. It's going to hit in pockets. That's what fire does. And the other thing, if everybody's like, "Oh, well, no, the whole car blew up." Let's go back to like the mob hit on the dude in Las Vegas that his car blew up, but his car was built with a metal plate underneath the driver's side seat, which
Mhm.
actually stopped the blast from hitting him, and he walked away from it. He was a little burnt, but he lived. The rest of his car went kaboom, but he was fine, comparatively speaking. He was fine. If the paperwork was in a pocket of something or it was in a corner, there's no guarantee that the flames were going to ever even touch it. I mean, there's a lot of things that they're like, "Oh, well, it looks like somebody took a Bic to it." It's not like it hit with the, like jet fuel, kind of like those temperatures. It was just
Right.
regular fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do they think? If they light the log in the fireplace, it's going to take what, 0.5 seconds for all the logs to go right up? No, it takes time for things to catch fire. And if there's not enough oxygen there, it'll be dampened out, and that's it. It won't catch fire. It'll be resistant to it. I don't see why they make such a big deal out of that.
Because they're the imagination fills in the rest, right?
But it takes 2
Primarily
seconds to
consists of-
research how fire works.
Yes, that's too much effort.
Fireworks,
Annoying.
mortars, aerial shells, and are all consumer fireworks. Nothing commercial grade has been discovered at this point, and we've identified some fuel enhancers like the Coleman fuel and VP racing fuel and some explosive targets that can be purchased.
Okay, so what's these fuels he's naming here? Anybody out there in the crowd want to fill in on these accelerants that could have just been part for the car? I mean, what do you say? Hold on. Oh, this part It's like, okay, so it was this again intentional or okay, so look, okay, let's do it like this. Maybe he wanted to maybe decide, you know what, I'm done, right?
Mhm.
And I'm going to pull up here. I was going to do this stuff, but who knows? Maybe he got a phone call at the last minute. We don't know. Maybe something just struck him. He's like, I'm done, right?
Mhm.
And so he pulls up because I'm just going to off myself right here. And so he does it because it's a stainless steel car and it's bulletproof, right? The bullet that he shot himself with bounced up, bounced back through into the back of the truck, right? Hit one of these fuel enhancers that are there. I don't know why you'd have a fuel enhancer in a Tesla though. Is it part gas or is it full electric? Is it
No,
hybrid?
it's full electric.
Full electric. So there really wouldn't be a need for fuel unless he was going to go.
Unless he wanted to go boom.
I don't know.
And
So,
are
hold
all
on.
consumer fireworks. Nothing commercial grade has been discovered at this point, and we've identified some fuel enhancers like the Coleman fuel and BP
Coleman fuel. So that's a gas lantern.
Camping.
Is that camping? Okay. And
racing fuel and some
BP racing fuel. Like, is that what you would commonly pick up to do something like this? BP racing fuel, which is weird,
Mhm.
right? People get confused by things on TV. Yeah, I'll do it all the time, and
Yeah.
and I think more and more we're able to point that out, right? Like
Mhm.
especially with the drone stuff, and there are expectations, you know, about things. Um, and then how easy it is to play off those expectations to grift people, like
Yeah.
Dr. Stephen Greer and his zebra alert incident. And by the way, guys, I'm gonna sidetrack here for just a second and say this.
Squirrel.
I'm very concerned about y'all's safety, right? I'm very concerned about y'all's safety. And you know, now that we're going in this area, right, with Stephen Greer, we never know, right? When we might get a zebra alert here, right? So I want you guys to be sure, all right, to be ready in case there ever is a zebra alert, right? And what you can do with that is this I put a picture in the Discord for you, but make sure that if there is a zebra alert that you have your zebra avatar ready to go because that's the only way that you're going to be protected, all right, from the zebra alert. Because you know what happens during a zebra alert, right? The first thing they do is they kill everybody that doesn't have a zebra on. So make sure that you have a zebra on. Now, if you want to just take a picture of mine, you can get a screenshot of that, and you can add it to yours. But also, you can go to the Discord where I've supplied your zebra badge here so that you will be protected in case there's a zebra alert. Okay?
So silly.
And I want to make sure that each and every one of you has this just in case a zebra alert breaks out. Because you know the first step in a zebra alert is to shoot everybody who doesn't have a zebra on. All right. And then we got to call our enemies from our home base and ask them what the hell's going on. That's how it works. And that comes straight from Dr. Stephen Greer, and he's highly credible. So just remember that. All right. Just remember. It could happen. It could happen here. You know, it could happen here. Did y'all see Sean Ryan's coverage of this? They're gonna mention Sean Ryan in this. I didn't see his coverage yet on it. I like to let things kind of cook for a minute. Yeah, add a zebra pen to your merch. Yep,
That'd be
I need
cool.
to do that.
Yeah.
Just in case of zebra alerts, man, they could happen, and we need to be ready for them because we don't want the worst to happen. Which is, if you don't have your zebra badge, you're dead. All right,
Oh God.
let's continue.
Okay. Wait.
explosive
For
targets.
this, the one thing that bugs me, he's military. He knows that if something is bulletproof from the outside in, it's also bulletproof from the inside out. He knows how that works.
Well,
If he
yeah,
chose the Tesla for that reason, it was more to harm himself and make a big production of it
I think he
without
chose the
innocent
Tesla
bystanders.
because it's trendy and he wanted to feel cool. And I don't know that just because he's a super intelligent military guy, that he's always going to be thinking about this stuff, especially if he's like having a mental breakdown.
If
I mean, I
he's
can't
loony,
assume that
yeah.
he took that into consideration, though it would be like you said, it should be common sense to someone like that who has that much
Mhm.
experience. But at the same time, I'm trying to look at the condition he was in, and obviously anybody willing to do the deed on themselves isn't thinking right to begin with. That's a lot of material. I don't know how much of that material is parts of the car or just all fireworks. But there's those little cone fireworks right there, and um, if this is all fireworks, that's
I
kind
know
of.
nothing about
I
fireworks.
think that I don't know what all this stuff is we're looking at here. I don't think they're all fireworks, but there could be this is probably just everything they got out of the truck, right? That was burned up, lay it all out. So some of this is fireworks, right? Anybody know high octane fuel? DP racing fuel is like 100 plus octane, and Coleman fuel is basically just an odd formulation of gasoline without all the detergents and stuff and modern pump gas to keep engines clean. If we have a referee shirt,
Ooh.
it might actually get you by during a zebra alert. Because as you know, when this stuff it goes off, there's somebody there who's a zebra alert specialist and just goes off, when there's something that nobody can explain. And then, whoever doesn't have a zebra badge or some kind of zebra stripes on has to be taken out immediately for, national security reasons or some kind of odd reasons. You have to ask Stephen Greer about that. He's the one who made it up. But we got to be safe here because, if we go into a zebra alert, then Wolfram's going to have to start doing his, my mods are going to have to start doing their part and taking people out. This is the procedure of it. I want to make sure that everybody here is safe. And we'll do our best to keep you safe. And should a zebra alert pop up at some point?
I have a black Sharpie in front of me. Should I just do it myself?
Well, that's why I supplied the picture for everybody, just in case they didn't have one. You get your official zebra badge here, zebra avatar. This will keep you safe during a zebra alert. That way,
Amazing.
Wolfram won't have to take you out. All right, there you go. That's why I put it out there. I'm looking out. I'm getting
Thank
ahead of it. I'm ahead of it. Right? We
Mhm.
don't. You never know when these things could happen.
Good
Fireworks
looking
are
out.
all made from black powder, so if you have enough, they can go boom. Well, there you go. And you saw what happened after it went boom. They were like all kinds of fireworks, all kinds of displays going on. So I guess if you just wanted to make a makeshift boom, that was enough, right? Just pile them all on top of each other. Now, here's the thing too. Was this accelerant out of the bottles or in the bottles? Was it all over top of it, like sprayed on like salad dressing? Or was it just sitting beside it? I don't know. We don't know. There's still so much more to go. I mean, that's why we're not going to jump the shark or jump to conclusions. We're just going to listen and observe and take notes.
That can be purchased at any sporting goods store. We've also, as the sheriff mentioned, we've identified 2 semi-automatic handguns recovered from the Tesla. We have successfully traced those firearms. And I can tell you that Matthew Leibesberg lawfully purchased both of these firearms on December 30th, 2024. We have agents following up those.
December 30th, 2024. So just a few days ago, he bought these. Barely out of the box. Or I guess if they were used, then whatever. Didn't well, what did he do with them? He didn't plan on going out and hurting people with them. You think, I mean, in Vegas, okay, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but in Vegas, you can actually go to places and fire big time weapons, right? You can go fire the big fully automatic weapons out in the desert. They let you do that.
I
So
didn't know
I
that.
don't know if that's what he did it for. Maybe that's one place he went. He went out to one of these ranges in Las Vegas to go shoot some heavy weaponry. I don't know why he would want to. I mean, if he's been in the military, he's a Green Beret. I don't know why he would get off on that. But what's the purpose of buying these just to blow them
Practice.
up? Maybe he was afraid. Maybe here's a theory for you guys. Maybe he was afraid he was about to do something, right? Horrible because of where he was. And so instead of going through with the voices in his head would tell him to do or whatever,
Mhm.
he just said, you know what? I'm gonna do everybody a favor and just get me out of here, right? And so that this spur of the moment, this last minute thing was just an idea he had, as in, if I don't do this now, I'm gonna go do something horrible, and I don't want to go down like that. I don't want to put that on my kids. I don't want to put it on anybody else. I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of this because I know I can't control what's going on. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to reach out and get the help he needed or have any kind of support in this. That he went
You're
off the
saying
rails.
he probably had like a plan A, B, and C and chose the least destructive or the least malicious, I guess.
Sam, the guy that released the manifesto, did an interview today backtracking his theory that the dude is still alive. They didn't have all the info to make the claim. Well, yeah, I mean, why would you? Yeah, but he said he was paranoid and thought he was being followed. Okay, could be. To me, the firearms aren't relevant. He didn't use them. But what I think's interesting, Memento, is he just bought them. Like he had them less than a week. They had less than a week, I think, or exactly a week. He bought them and then just burnt, had them in the car. I mean, can you imagine this as having those things like laying around in your Tesla truck? Yeah, got some of these badass weapons just laying around.
Those investigative leads, we know exactly where those firearms were purchased, and we will share any developments from those leads as they come in.
I want to
Okay, so they know where they know where he bought them at.
give you a couple of photographs as to what it was that we had some conversation around, because there's some tattoo comparisons that we needed to do. And in those tattoo comparisons, in this particular photograph, you can see a tiger tattoo. There's a secondary tattoo on the stomach that the wife had told us about. You can see that some of it is burnt, some of it is not burnt. And while the body was still in the vehicle, we were unable to identify those specific tattoos until we were able to remove some of it. Secondarily to that, there's also a surveillance photograph that we obtained of our subject in Colorado wearing that very distinctive brown jacket. You'll see that a little bit later here in some of the photographs that one of the assistant sheriffs is going to talk to you about. There's also a lot of conversation that I hear out there about the fact that the identifications, the credit cards, and the number of things that I provided to you previously did not show up as burnt in the explosion in the vehicle. And so I did think it was important for me to address a couple of those issues so you understand where we're at. That's a photograph of the wallet. The leather wallet, clearly it's burnt up pretty well. However, that wallet was found in the back seat under some debris in the vehicle, and it contained, you'll see in this photograph, the credit card.
It made it all through.
Photograph.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't it?
And a number of other pieces of identifying information. The military identification
It's
that I
all
initially
melted.
told you
It's
about
been
was
hot.
also located within inches of the wallet. And you'll see much of this stuff does have some burn damage on it. The passport that I described to all of you was found in the back, in the bed of the truck.
I mean, I don't understand why Robert says this. I think he's just doing it to play into it. I don't know. It's not that surprising.
Under debris as
Honestly.
well.
Look at that passport.
I mean, look at the other stuff.
Of that in there. I also had mentioned to you that we were going to be doing dental records to identify the subject in the vehicle. The Department of Defense provided those dental records to us. We then forwarded them to the coroner, and the coroner also provided a positive identification for us. Finally, we had also requested DNA from the family, which was provided to us, and it matched to our suspect. We then, of course, had now
That pretty much does
fully
it, right?
his identity to you. There has been, again, a tremendous amount of investigative effort that has been conducted now, and I'm going to introduce to you Assistant Sheriff Dory Corrin to go over some of the extensive investigation that has occurred. Dory?
All right, this is live here. Latest update,
Good
Las
afternoon.
Vegas Cybertruck
I'm
bombing.
Assistant Sheriff Dory Corrin. I oversee our Homeland Security and Investigative Services Group, which includes our counterterrorism unit that's been working around the clock on this investigation. I just want to briefly share a few updates on some key areas, to include the operational activity that led up to this incident, a little bit of information on the post-blast investigation as we know it today, and then finally some of the information that we're discovering most recently about motives and plans to give you some insight on why this individual committed the act that he committed. To begin just with the operational activity, the sheriff yesterday talked about the route that the suspect took to get to Las Vegas. We used a lot of this information to be able to track down video surveillance footage around different locations, as well as financial records, as well as call data records, as well as looking at the Tesla charging stations to be able to determine exactly which route the individual took, but more importantly, that it was the individual that we've identified, as well as the only individual in the vehicle during the path that he took to Las Vegas. As you'll see here in this video here at one of the charging stations, is just one example. You'll see our suspect here. He'll exit the vehicle. He'll walk around the vehicle at different times. At one point, you're going to see that he opens the door of the vehicle. He retrieves a coat. He puts that coat on, and you're going to see that at different parts to include the photo that the sheriff talked about just a few minutes ago.
With the headlamp on.
We use this video information, what I said earlier about the financial.
Because he was maybe camping. I don't know. Or maybe he just was like prepared. I don't know. I've seen people do something.
Records in terms of purchases being made with different credit cards, call data records, a video canvas at multiple locations, trying to use all that to corroborate that the individual
that we've identified is the same individual that drove that Tesla during that
What was
route
that?
we've identified to Las Vegas.
That was a
In addition to
charging
that, we
flashlight.
also talked about the phones that were recovered. There were 2 phones that we
charger.
recovered from the vehicle. Both phones were damaged. We are still trying to access the data in one of the phones, but we have been fortunate in our team, which is second to none, has done a really good job accessing the data in one of the phones that was recovered. You can see the phone here in the vehicle. It's very burnt from the outside. You can see another image here, but we're able to take this phone and be able to extract the data using a variety of different tools. And in that, we've identified a variety of information, but one thing in particular is there was an application in there that the suspect used to take notes. In that application, one of the notes is titled Surveillance Log by the Suspect. It appears to be more of a journal of activity. It dates for about 10 days leading up to the incident from December 21st to December 31st of this past year. In that surveillance log, or as we would like to call it, a journal, because it's more of diary of activity that he's conducting, we identify multiple locations that match what we have in the route. We identify activity that we've matched. So for example, him purchasing firearms, him purchasing camping equipment or other types of equipment that were used in this incident matched what our data showed in terms of the route and the video surveillance we were covering along that route. Beyond the operational activity, I want to also get a little bit into the post-blast investigation. So make no mistake, this is a suicide vehicle-borne improvised explosive device, or short, it's a suicide VBID. We know also, as mentioned by the sheriff yesterday, there was a self-inflicted gunshot wound by the suspect. The coroner was very specific in their examination. It was an intraorbital gunshot wound, which essentially means that the suspect put the firearm in his mouth and discharged the gun, and ultimately the round came out to the left side of his head. In addition to that, in terms of our assessment of the post-blast to confirm that he's the only individual involved, and the only individual in the vehicle, we did a variety of video and photo comparisons to match the clothing. So if you look here, for example, this is a video in Las Vegas, and you're going to see in a moment here where he parks the Tesla truck, he comes out, you're going to see some descriptive clothing that matches some of the other video that we've recovered along the route. Please keep in mind, this is a very extensive investigation, so there's a lot of content for us to review and examine. We're just showing examples and samples as we get them. There's more information as we go through it. But in this video, you can see even the distinctive jacket that he is wearing in that vehicle. The other thing that's important is the sheriff mentioned yesterday that Tesla sent to us engineers to come to Las Vegas to help us extract data from the vehicle. Thanks to their support, we were able to extract an SDMI chip from the Tesla vehicle, and Tesla was able to confirm to us using the data from the vehicle that the vehicle was not in full self-driving mode at any time during this incident. Finally, the last category just to touch on
Not
is
self-driving.
I know everyone is very eager to.
Yes, you're good. There's not self-driving. Man, if you have your wallet in your jacket, you take your jacket off and throw it in the back seat.
That's exactly what you do. Or it could have been in a duffel bag. It could have been in a zipper part of a duffel bag or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Try to understand and be able to explain what happened. I'll reiterate what the sheriff said is we still have a large volume of data to go through and a lot of content to go through. As you know, with any one of our devices, there is thousands, if not millions, of videos and photos and documents and web history and all of those things that need to be analyzed. But with that, just as a preview for as we get information, we're trying to be as transparent as possible. There were a couple pieces of content we thought were important to share for now. One is in the note application, he seemed to have 2 letters. One letter in particular, as you can see here, this is an excerpt from that letter. He says, fellow service members, veterans, and all Americans, time to wake up. We are being led by weak and feckless leadership who only serve to enrich themselves. He goes on to explain a variety of other grievances and issues, some political, some personal, a variety of other things, which we will do our best to release very quickly here.
Is this what John Ryan has?
There's some more excerpts. This one's
Well, he's just figuring out now we're heading towards collapse. We've been in slow motion heading toward collapse for decades. So no need to act out or become irrational if you just happen to figure this out all of a sudden. No, we'll walk you into it, man. We've been going this way for a long time, and we still have a chance to turn it around. So don't do anything crazy, all right? Don't do anything crazy.
seems to be dated after the fact in that notes application. And in there, you can read a couple of the excerpts. We are the United States of America, the best country, people to ever exist. But right now, we are terminally ill and headed towards collapse. This was not a terrorist attack. It was a wake-up call. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than a stunt with fireworks and explosions?
I mean, it's pretty much just laying it out that he, if this is, they're telling us this came off of his stuff. So pretty much laying it out. But when this is where he's coming from. Again, why buy the guns? I don't know. So maybe he can make sure he gets through it. We're just, man, I tell you, I don't plan on us figuring this thing out. We're just gonna have some fun speculating with it. And just remember, it's all, until we know, we don't know. So it's really more sad without the conspiracy angle.
Yeah.
Well, God damn it, it was a CIA inside job. All right, how about that? It's less sad now.
Well, you don't know where the mental break happened. Like, did it happen before he started the trip?
Biden pardoned all those degenerate, all those criminals, all those child hurting criminals that he pardoned. Maybe it's when he gave the Congressional Medal of Freedom to George Soros. Who knows it? He's probably like, But you know what? There was no need to give up hope. There's still time. I mean, there's a disconnect going on here. If he thinks that this is going to send a message, and this is where the disconnect is. It's like, what is it? What? How is this going to send a message? How is this going to change anything? Like you haven't done anything to change anything. How is this going to do it? It doesn't make much sense. But it was a terrorist attack because it was terrorizing, right? You set up a bomb in public. You blew up a car in public. That basically is what it was. And so, yeah, it was a terrorist attack. I mean, I'm sure you don't. So if you don't even see that part of it, you don't have to be from the Middle East to have it considered being a terrorist attack. The Weather Underground was terrorist attacks. They're from here. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than a stunt with fireworks and explosives? A stunt. Why did I personally do it now? I needed to cleanse my mind of the brothers I've lost and relieve myself of the burdens of the lives I took. So survivor's guilt.
Why did I personally do it now? I need to cleanse my mind of the brothers I've lost and relieve myself of the burden of the lives I took. I'd like to just also expand on that and understand that these are just excerpts in there. He does offer additional information.
Are you going to release it?
That is varying on the spectrum in terms of political grievances, issues about conflicts elsewhere, not here, domestic issues, societal issues, a variety of other things, including personal challenges as well.
I wonder if Sean Ryan
We are
has
intending
the manifesto.
to release those initial letters so people can understand the best they can what the person's thought process was at one point
He
in
wrote
time.
something.
However,
Maybe.
please understand there is still a lot more content to go through, and that may change. There may be a lot more information that we recover that explains either more or shows a change in mindset at different times.
All right, with that, we'll entertain a couple questions. If you could please identify yourself and go from there, David.
Two quick questions. One, the video that you showed of him with the Tesla, able to extract that for you from the device, from the cart. The video you showed him walking around and at the charging stations.
The question is, the video that we showed at the Tesla charging stations, who provided that to us? I'll let Dory answer that.
Without getting too far into the technicalities, there are various components in there that were retrieved. The SDMI card was not where the video was retrieved from. That was where we got the data to be able to determine that it was not in self-driving mode. However, Tesla did provide and helped our team be able to recover the thumb drive that records other types of data to include video by the Tesla.
And what state is this in? Do we know?
Kingman, Arizona.
The second question is about the detonation. There's a lot of questions. How was he able to die by suicide and set this off? Can you just in very basic terms explain how that could happen to kind of stop these conspiracies that he's done?
Yeah, so the second question is how are we able to explain the detonation versus the suicide? And we just believe it to be simultaneous at the time of the detonation. But again, that's why the ATF's bringing in the SABTs from outside to look at what that sequence was for the initiation of the explosion as well. And, it's very difficult to see inside of those Teslas, even with the camera angles that we have. And so we still remain challenged on finding some of that exact timing on all of that.
We're seeing reports that he had another alias as Matt Bird on the TV show in 2013. Have you guys connected on that?
So the question is, if we knew—
I mean, it's not. He may have been really good at being a soldier. It doesn't seem like he's really smart.
I mean, it's not that hard to pull a trigger and push a button at the same time.
No, I'm talking about like just understanding that this is not a spectacle and political grievances. This doesn't do anything. It just souls your name. It's not going to change the world.
Alias of Matthew Berg, and he had been previously on a television show. We've seen that reporting, but have not verified that reporting.
Yep. Can't stop everything.
Described as his state of mind in these final days, given everything that you read from his notes app and the manifesto that you see, that you referenced going on in the podcast. Have you guys been able to rule out that it was not from him, or is it still up in the air that it could have been from him?
So the question is, how would I describe his state of mind in the manifesto that was described on the podcast? Have we been able to determine whether that was from him or not? And I'll answer the
That's
first
the one that Levy was talking about in the podcast.
part is I'm not comfortable giving you state of mind just yet. I certainly am leaning a particular way, but again, I'd like to be factual to you. I think when you read the documents that we're going to give you a link to at the end of this press conference, that you can go in and make some of your own assumptions about what that is. But I will tell you that part of my hesitation on that is I know that we have a lot more documents and number of things for us to uncover. And so I want to be able to provide to you only the factual information when I have it. I'm not going to opine on what I believe his state of mind was at that particular time, but certainly you can see some troubling aspects in his personal life as well. And I don't know if you want to address the second part.
In terms of the so-called manifesto that's circulating online, we have strong evidence to suggest that it was the subject that wrote it, but we haven't conclusively proven that yet. And that evidence relates to other evidence that we're finding that we're able to compare that lead us to believe it was in fact him who sent it.
Do you have an update on the conditions of
Always with the manifestos.
the other people who are injured?
The question is, do I have any updates on the conditions of the people who were injured? And I'm told that they're all relatively minor injuries and they've all been released from the hospital.
Were you guys able to identify the type of explosives that were in the vehicle and where he would be able to find those?
So the question is, were we able to identify the types of explosives that were in the vehicle and where he was able to find those? There's a mortar type fireworks in the back of the vehicle, some camping fuel, and we do know that it
Special
looks like
forces
from
do.
that document that we're going to provide to you that
Told
he may have
you.
stopped outside of a location in New Mexico and obtained those fireworks legally. But that is another aspect of the investigation that continues.
Congress for years at CBS News. Talk to us about you, because you have an individual who is obviously struggling with mental health here, a member of the military service. There are others out there who may be struggling with this, a lot of mental health issues here. When they read these letters that you're about to release, how do you quell others who are struggling with the same from carrying out and seeing this as an inspiration? How do you quell the copycats out there?
Yeah, so the question is obviously there's mental health involved in this, as we've already talked about, and how do we quell the others that are similarly situated to him out there in America? And, you know, I think Spencer rightly talked about this for a moment is what you can tell by looking at this, that PTSD from a highly decorated United States, currently serving military individual, from what I'm told was 5 tours of combat, obtained some of the highest awards you can get. It's not much different, quite frankly, than the reasoning why we started our wellness bureau here at Metro and taking care of the heart, mind, body, and soul of the people that are out there doing this work, because they're exposed to things, they see things, they hear things, they feel things, and they smell things that most normal people don't have to do. And the heroes that are serving in the military and on the front lines of America's policing are challenged that way. And so I think, we need to really pay attention to those individuals, pay attention to what mental health in America looks like. And I think this is just one more incident that brings that to the forefront of where it is that we are in talking about these types of things.
Do you know why he chose the Cybertruck? Was he trying to send a message considering who the CEO is? And then just really quickly, could you confirm if the podcast you're talking about is the Sean Ryan podcast?
Sean Ryan.
So can I tell you why he chose the Cybertruck is the first question? No, not really. I haven't been able to find anything definitive about it. Secondly, is it the Sean Ryan podcast? And yes, that's the podcast that I'm referring to.
Shout out to Sean Ryan.
Hand over here.
Has there been any more speculation, more understanding on why he chose the route that he chose? Obviously, coming from Colorado, you can go through Utah as a more common way to hit the 15. Any more understanding when we're thinking about all the different potential sites that he could have chosen for this?
So the question is do we know why he chose the route that he chose? I don't think we can tell you we know why he chose it, but I can tell you that there's writings in those documents that we're going to release to you that he mentioned going to the border as well as going to the Grand Canyon. And so
he was planning on going to the border and going to the Grand Canyon, but he never did. Seems like a spur of the moment decision. Makes me wonder if the spectacle he was trying to pull off was actually what he ended up doing, or it was a different plan.
we continue to look through all of the available evidence to help us answer that question better. And with that, I'd just like to again thank you all for the great work you're doing in helping us get this story out. And obviously, as we get additional information, we'll push it out to you. Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay. So a lot of this is very coincidental, very interesting. Questions for the special forces. Did they have any indication that this guy was unwell? Because they're supposed to be the best of the best, both physically and mentally. So we got questions about that as well. But terrible loss of somebody who served his country apparently very well for a long time, and some strange behavior there. So we're going to keep our eye on this. When they release those documents, we'll parse through them. Thanks for subscribing and joining as we do.
They're worried about the best of the best in the military. Do we not have a bunch of men that think they're women in the military leading it? So I mean that pretty much is setting the bar. For the mental wellness of our military right now. And that breaks my heart because they need support.
Well, there you have the up-to-date version of the Cybertruck incident in Las Vegas. Any thoughts to those of you who made it through the press conference? Any thoughts out there? We're going to get on to the good news here just after this. So let me know what you think.
How often do people leave manifestos if they plan to be around afterwards? Usually that's pretty much a sign that they don't plan to walk away from this. Otherwise, they would just tell them in whatever interview when they're arrested and explain themselves then. But if you write a whole manifesto, then immediately go and do whatever, I don't think there's a high likelihood you think you're going to walk away from it. That's not in the plan.
I agree with Memento Mori. Seems like he didn't really want to harm anyone but himself. Just wanted to be noticed. Got noticed. And I don't know what good that did to anybody.
Two birds, one stone?
I don't know.
Maybe like, I'm going to do it. Might as well make it count.
I know the best thing though is we cannot do is go ham on the speculation, jumping sharks and connecting things that aren't that are circumstantial or just happen to be coincidental, and then calling it something that's not. I mean, I don't got to even say it, but somebody out there is going to get out there and get a bunch of clicks and views going to CIA inside job. Say the line. Say the line. You know, and it's that'll I don't. It should wear itself out. You think it would, but I don't know, man. It gets old. It's like why? What is this? It doesn't achieve anything. It doesn't achieve anything. And so why make it? Why spend time and resources and everything doing it? Personal statement. No, he made it. Watched too many movies, too much television. But yeah, yes, he might be alive, might not be. He was bringing attention to the travesties of drone warfare, possible UAPs. I don't think he's alive. Honestly, I think it's pretty much done. Grifters use every opportunity to grift.
Oh, yeah.
And Nick, he said he had like survivors. It seemed like he had survivors grief. He survived, but his buddies didn't. He took other lives in the name of something that he's disillusioned about now after putting so much time and effort and commitment into it.
His life, basically.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm guessing he wasn't the most articulate person in the world, maybe because if you're going to make a big, broad statement like that, I mean, try to make it clear what you're trying to get at. It didn't seem like it was very clear to me. So.
Well, if he was emotionally disturbed, it probably made sense to him, but it wouldn't have made sense to anybody else.
Maybe, yeah.
And people keep drawing all these parallels. I don't think that most people they draw them because, okay, yes, they're parallels, but you know how many parallels exist in the world? How many people that I talk to just in my chat who have lived the same kind of experiences around the same time that I have gone through the same thing. Like they're like, "Oh my God, that's me too. That's me too. That's me." We have more in common than we have different. It really is. There's a reason why they say it's a small world because it is. It's not like everything is vastly different. Like there are going to be a ton of parallels. Oh, they both went through Fort Bragg. Yeah, I wonder how many other people went through Fort Bragg. Pretty sure it's a high freaking number. High freaking number. And I guarantee they didn't know one another. Like it kills me because they want to see the parallels, but then they won't give the alternative view any thought. Like they're like, "Oh, but this is the same." Okay, but how much of that is the same with other people? Are you going to accuse them of being in on it too? Like it doesn't have to be a coordinated thing. People are going crazy left and right. It doesn't have to be connected.
Making too much sense for the angry conservative.
I'm sorry, angry. I usually don't. But tell me who you hang out with. I'll tell you who you act like. He's like, that'd be me. Yeah, that's you. I just I don't like
stay
jumping.
tuned. We'll figure out more about it as time goes on, if it's even becomes a thing. It's probably just going to get lost in the news cycle with everything going on in January, honestly. We got inauguration coming up. We got confirmations coming up. We got all kinds of things. People will be keeping an eye on one dude taking himself out in front of a hotel that, with no significance to it at all. Except for in his mind, it's going to fade past, I believe. I got a good handle on things these days.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I think
a
I
great thing
survived
to try to
9/11, but
figure
maybe
out.
not. This is purgatory.
I agree that this is purgatory, just so you know. Just saying. Because how else will we know the difference between heaven and hell? We won't appreciate them. We're in purgatory now, where all the trials.
Right. Woo! Hope you guys enjoyed the ride. You just start out in purgatory. That makes sense. Because heaven and hell can be places on earth. They just come in little bitty pieces. It depends on the decisions you make, right? You make good decisions and good things happen, and you have good people around you, then your life pretty heavenly. You do bad things, you do cause harm, life can be really hellish.
Mm-hmm.
It really comes down to your free will. Comes down to your free will. All
Angry
right.
has a question for you.
He does. What is it? Where? Winning.
God damn it.
Do it again.
Go ahead, you click it. Go ahead.
Do you think we'll get J6 2.0 Monday? No. I don't think so. Who's holding a rally down there on that day and time?
Oh,
Does
somebody
anybody
else
hold
show
her?
up.
Think Biden will hold a rally or Kamala? Please do.
That'd be funny.
Please do. Yeah, I don't think so. I think everybody saw what happened last time, and even the crazies aren't like, I'm not going to get the tracked down and thrown in jail for years.
God, I
No
wouldn't
thanks.
even be in that neighborhood.
Well, the
'cause
other
they
thing,
just were
they
pulling
can't blame
folk
Trump
in.
this time. They can't blame Trump.
They
So
can
why
always
do
blame
it?
Trump. With their twisted logic, they always find a way to blame him for everything.
So saith the T.
I'm just saying.
All right, guys, let's get it.
Good news, yeah, we're here to spread the word, bringing joy and love to each and every nerve. Positive vibes, that's what we're all about. Gonna lift you up when you're feeling down. Every day we're gonna make it bright. Good news coming your way. You're gonna smile no matter the day. Good news, turning it around in this crazy world. It's the good news of the week. Oh.
This dog flunked out of the police academy for being too friendly, but now he's an unlikely hero and he's being celebrated for a life-saving career. It just wasn't the career that he initially trained for. Roger started training to be a drug-sniffing dog for a police department in Taiwan when he was 6 months old. While he enjoyed having a job in general, he liked playing a little too much, and he had a tendency to just stop what he was doing whenever someone gave him attention. So Roger was officially removed from the program, but the local fire department figured that since Roger enjoyed completing tasks, had boundless energy, and loved people, he might just need a career change. They welcomed him into their search and rescue dog training program, and as it turns out, while his personality disqualified him from police work, it actually made him the perfect search and rescue dog. He excelled through training and his first rescue mission in 2018, and then won over hearts when he tried to eat a reporter's microphone during a press appearance. Earlier this year, he was the star of the show when he helped locate people who had been trapped by rubble in a massive 7.4 magnitude earthquake on the east coast of Taiwan. And when he was given an ice cream toy by the mayor as a reward, he promptly destroyed it on television. Roger is almost 9 now, and he'll be retiring later this year and adopted
Go
by a
Roger.
local family, spending the rest of his years
So
lounging
cute.
and destroying as many toys as he'd like. A dog named Dr. Aldo is Ecuador's very first dental assistant dog, and he's the star employee at his pediatric dentistry office. Dr. Aldo's job description includes tasks like comforting children who might come in with a little bit of anxiety and just generally being a cute and friendly companion to those who'd like to pet a fluffy dog to help pass the time. He accomplishes these tasks by laying his head on patients while they're in the chair, acting like a much cuddlier version of a weighted blanket. Dr.
That's
Aldo
awesome.
is so dedicated to his job that he even
Aldo.
travels to children who don't have a local dental assistant dog. And his job isn't just a gimmick. Petting a friendly dog for as little as 5 minutes has actually been shown to lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol, among other benefits. His presence also gives dentists and their patients something to bond over right away, making the children more comfortable and helping to open a line of communication between the professionals and even the shyest of patients. Because he's helping children form positive associations with going to the dentist at a young age, they'll be more likely to continue caring for their teeth and go their regular dental checkups as adults too. After escaping from a shelter 3 times and going straight to a nursing home, this dog in Michigan was finally adopted by the place he chose as his home. He's now such a beloved
Michigander.
resident of Meadowbrook Medical Care Facility that he even won an award for Resident of the Month. Scout was originally picked up as a stray, and once he arrived at the shelter, it quickly became clear that he was an escape artist. One of his first nights, he managed to escape, scaling multiple tall fences in the
Wait,
process.
I think we saw this one already. So yeah, there's the good news. I remember this completely. The first 2 though were new, so this must got added in there as bonus coverage. All
I don't
right.
remember, but all right. You hear that, cat?
You are
Dogs are
paying
better
attention.
for stress. You're gonna get replaced. She could care less. Deep pressure therapy works wonders. I
There you
can't
go.
sleep without like the weighted blanket. I'll just toss and turn. Heidi. Uh, something nice in Michigan? Just kidding. I have friends and family in Michigan. That don't mean they're nice. I get where you're going.
All right, let's check it with the liberal hive mind. That didn't last long.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, so I guess there's a little bit of a trend to the videos that I'm recording today. We're really just tackling these disingenuous leftist narratives and trying to collapse them one by one. And the narrative for this video is the Democrats' insistence that the right is falling apart. I gotta give the Democrats credit. It's certainly a gutsy move, a gutsy strategy. There's a clear shift in the political climate, and the Democrats are running with, the other side is falling apart. You gotta give them credit, and obviously it's projection, but above all, it's class A bullshit. Yep. It started with the H-1B debate. You know, Elon Musk comes out with a stance and then there's pushback. And then a massive debate happens in the online right-wing space. They claim the right wing is eating itself apart. It's over. It just started and it's already over. That's so stupid. But obviously that didn't work because nobody's buying their crap. Having rigorous inter-party policy debate is called democracy in action, not civil war. You know, Democrats can't comprehend the idea that you would challenge power. That's just crazy to them. And that's because they're literally in a freaking cult. But now they're trying to do it again with the Speaker Mike Johnson debacle. A little bit of healthy pushback happened, and the left's running with their favorite narrative. Ooh, the right wing is falling apart. It's a MAGA civil war. Here we go again. It's freaking Groundhog Day with this nonsense. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so yeah, pretty much like I said, right? Everything's falling apart. Speaker Mike Johnson on the first round of voting doesn't get his speakership, and according to Hakeem Jeffries, that means the GOP civil war is in full effect, and it's only day one. Oh, well, let's take Hakeem Jeffrey at his word. It's all over, guys. The Republicans just can't get together. Oh, wait, what's this? Literally 30 minutes later, Mike Johnson wins the vote.
Mr. Self, Johnson.
Mike Johnson of the state of Louisiana, having received a majority of the votes cast, is duly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives for the 119th Congress.
And then to add insult to injury for the Democrats, Speaker Johnson takes the stage and immediately puts the Trump mandate at the top of the priorities list.
The end, this Congress will renounce the status quo and we will listen to the voices of the people. We will act quickly and we will start by defending our nation's borders. That's the number one priority. In coordination with President Trump, this Congress will give our border and immigration enforcement agents the resources that they need to do their job. We will secure the border. We will deport dangerous, criminal, illegal aliens, and finally finish building the border wall.
And then embarrassingly enough, Hakeem Jeffries has to come and parrot the talking points.
It's time for us to come together and finally lower the high cost of living in the United States of America once and for all.
Yeah, now that we got rid of the people that were raising
what else did he say?
And we will work with anyone of any party to get that done. We will work with anyone to secure our borders, and we will work with
It will lie to anyone too.
anyone to fix our broken immigration system.
So Hakeem Jeffries, in the matter of 30 minutes, went from it's a MAGA civil war to then congratulating Donald Trump and Speaker Mike Johnson, and then being forced in a position as a Democrat, and obviously as a massive hypocrite, he needs to take to the podium and commit to border security. Oh yeah, sounds like a MAGA civil war.
Yeah,
the whole conversation
really
here is
try to
just
do
so
it.
dumb. And speaking of dumb conversations, what's happening on CNN is really taking it to the next level.
I think what this shows me is the weakness of Donald Trump. Donald Trump has endorsed Speaker Johnson. There's still 12 strongly. There's still 12 members. There's still these unknowns. There's still 12 members that aren't sure that they're going to vote for the speaker yet. We don't know the answer to that question. Secondly, he lost the shutdown fight, the debt ceiling fight. Thirdly, Elon Musk is running the White House without even being in the White House. I mean, there's all these unanswered.
Well, to be clear, the current White House is being run by Joe Biden's unelected staff. But
Just to be clear, by the way, in case you didn't have the date right.
Go ahead.
But nevertheless, but Elon Musk is calling the
Nevertheless,
shots
let me get back to my Marxist rant here.
domestically and internationally, going after some of our U.S. allies. Just recently,
who's the current president and who's in charge? Can you
She doesn't know shit. She's just there to bitch and complain and cause division.
The point is that Donald Trump is showing that he's weak. When you have somebody like Elon Musk making the decisions, I worked in 2 White Houses. No one gets ahead of the president or the president-elect, and Elon Musk is. So
You were a diversity hire in 2 White Houses.
This shows a weakness among Donald Trump, and it's not the strong footing that he would want.
They're trying so hard to pretend as if what's going on signals dysfunction, a MAGA civil war, it's all falling apart, but it's so clearly not. Oh, this vote that Speaker Mike Johnson is failing to get initially is proof that everybody hates Donald Trump. I can't even say that without laughing. It's one of the dumbest things that I've ever heard in my life. But yeah, here we have professional political analysts and talking heads in the
Why
media.
she dressed like a rat, like a priest?
Once again signaling that either they're total partisan liars who are just making crap up as they go, or they just don't know what the hell they're talking about. Everything that happened today was good. Speaker Mike Johnson experiencing a little bit of pushback, well, that's called healthy. That's a good thing. And if anything, the pressure that's been placed on him maybe had something to do with the direction of the speech that he gave after winning the speakership vote. He gets elected speaker and then immediately talks about building a wall. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, I'm not getting 2016 Paul Ryan vibes. What's happening is Speaker Mike Johnson is having his feet held to the fire. I mean, this is coming essentially 3 weeks after he had betrayed the voters of his own party. He was forced to have to correct it. He then did. And now there's a message being sent in Washington. Mike Johnson, you better do your job right. You better govern conservatively or people won't support you with this slim Republican majority. And boom, seems like Speaker Mike Johnson is already responding. If anything, it seems like Speaker Mike Johnson is falling in line with the Trump agenda and mandate. But yet what we're seeing from CNN or what we're hearing from CNN is that Speaker Mike Johnson experiencing pushback means, again, everybody hates Donald Trump. How utterly stupid. No. And it all comes down to one point. Actually, I could probably make that.
And the good news is we're kicking their ass, right?
That point with a little bit of a viral clip bouncing around social media right now. We've got Lauren Boebert speaking with Piers Morgan on Piers Morgan Uncensored.
I'm excited for the Doge Commission that was created. Now, Piers, it's a little frustrating to me at times to have this Doge Commission, but I'm so excited to have Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk heading it up because they are powerful voices in America. And it's frustrating because, you know, having this oversight and accountability and looking into the spending of tax dollars and all of these federal agencies, well, we used to call that Congress. But apparently, since Congress isn't doing that, we need
I think Elon and Vivek. And you know, that's pretty much it. She makes the point that Doge is coming in because Congress essentially won't do its frickin' job. And yeah, that's the issue. Conservatives in Congress are supposed to be doing oversight. They're supposed to be budget hawks, but they aren't. And that's why Doge is necessary. And that's why pushback against Speaker Mike Johnson and his, let's say, proclivity to supporting big government Democrat spending or big Pentagon war funding, well, it's got to be held in check a little bit because these people won't do their damn jobs. And finally, we see a little bit of pressure from the people who ultimately wield and hold the real power, the true power, the power of the people. We're finally seeing it be exercised a little bit. And the Democrats want to pretend as if that's a bad thing. No, it's not. It's called grassroots political momentum, and it's a beautiful thing. And it's obviously a concept, a patriotic concept, I might add, that these Democrats can't seem to wrap their heads around, or obviously it's a concept that they're trying so desperately to diminish. But how utterly stupid is that? Again, Hakeem Jeffries in a matter of 30 minutes goes from it's a MAGA civil war to then congratulating Republicans like a freaking hour later. I guess as per usual, the Democrat narrative, what they're trying to push, the talking point, doesn't exactly hold up so well with that pesky concept known as reality. What a bunch of partisan hacks. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.
Cool.
I love the Jeffrey soundbite where he says, we have to fight hard. Fight hard. He said it in the speech yesterday or today. I forget. Yeah, we have to fart hard. And Kamala messed up the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love these people. I'm so proud of our leaders.
You should be.
Yeah, well, apparently God understands my sarcasm because he would have struck me dead for that one.
All right. Well, looking around for good news this week. It's always good news when people are out to do harm and out to create false optics in order to profit, grift, and disrupt and divide our country even more. Lose. That's always a good one because it means we win. And that's always good news.
What happened? They basically just didn't want me there. They sat me at a table, ignored me for about 30-ish minutes, and then told me I had to leave. because they had reservations. What a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Manufactured victimization.
We've been pushed around a little bit today. I gotta say, been pushed around a bit.
Push that Adam's apple in a little bit.
All right, here we are.
Messing with your mic.
Hold on. Why do you think Trump got Matt Gaetz out of Congress? Matt Gaetz could have gone back to Congress. He could have gone back. He chose not to. He chose to start a show instead. Matt Gaetz left Congress on his own. So don't blame Trump. I don't think that's fair.
Hi. I was just one person if possible. I was wondering, could I stream my meal while I eat on TikTok?
If you'd like,
I
absolutely.
would love to, thank you.
I don't have a table right away, but I do have space at the bar if you'd like to dine right away.
Okay, about how long do you think it would be for a table?
Table roughly about 25 minutes.
Shrimp.
Okay, thank you very
earring.
much. I have another idea. 0 for
Now
3.
what?
It's true. We are 0 for 3. IHOP, I guess. Seems like a last resort. We just keep trying restaurants, and we keep it's. I guess it's just a tourist season.
Maybe it's the shrimp you have on your ears.
We were told we were not allowed to stream at Bubba Gumps, and then we were turned away at Hard Rock as well, and now we're going somewhere else.
Table outside opening up in about like 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Would it be inside or outside? Outside?
Outside.
Okay. Which table would it be?
It will be table in the park lot.
So this to set this up, what this individual does is they go around to restaurants, right? And then they're supposedly there to do like food or whatever, a restaurant critiques, but they wait for someone to misgender them, and then they make a spectacle on it on the internet. So that's what they really do.
Oh, in a parklet, so it'd be shaded. It'd be shaded. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Just a phone number to check, Chris.
I cannot say it out loud.
Okay.
Yeah. I've already been kicked out of restaurants today because people. It's a long story. Just say the transphobia is running rampant today for some reason.
Oh,
What are you
God.
gonna do?
Yeah, see? There
All
it
right,
is.
guys. So we got to talk about a video that is
My
going
man.
viral of a trans influencer who got kicked out of a restaurant. And now the trans influencer is upset. They're fuming, okay? And they're basically implying that the reason why they get kicked out is because of hate and bigotry. Now, apparently, this trans influencer has had a hard time eating out at restaurants, okay? In the video that you guys saw at the beginning of this video, the trans influencer was running around trying to eat at certain restaurants and was getting turned away. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that this person is getting turned away because of hate and bigotry. I think this person is getting turned away because one, they're trying to stream in the restaurant, and streaming probably is disruptive to everybody else in the restaurant who are eating, because the streamers tend to talk loud. They tend to make a lot of noise and things like that. And streamers also come with drama. Okay. Also, on top of that, this influencer is getting pretty big. Okay. I mean, this person has went viral a lot in the past for streaming in restaurants waiting to be misgendered, because this person knows that they're going to get misgendered when they go out to eat. It's going to happen. Doesn't happen every time, but it's going to happen. And this person essentially makes money off of the alleged hate and bigotry that occurs from the misgendering that they know is inevitable when they go out. Take a look.
Me and my girlfriend were going to a wine castle, and we sat down for our tasting. And at first they were just very rude and didn't really answer our questions, and we didn't really feel welcome. Our server said, "Yes, sir," when I was asking some questions. And I said, "Oh, no. I'm actually not a sir. And instead
It's
of
ma'am.
apologizing, or I don't know what else you would do other than apologize, they just walked away. Did not acknowledge what I said, just walked away. We saw the server
wouldn't
like
either.
whispering to a manager, and a few minutes later, the manager came over and, really big smile, not acknowledging at all that the misgender had happened. And I say, hey, look, the last person, they misgendered me and that really hurt. And they just walked away. And the manager said, oh, well, some people just aren't as progressive as you. And then they gave us a nice little chocolate that suggested they wanted our money, but didn't want to say sorry. So we left and got a full refund. It's one thing to get misgendered and then get an apology, but it's another thing to get misgendered and then be told that it's okay and not to worry about it.
That's the whole grip this dude has going on.
And here's a chocolate.
Yeah, so you see
Transposer.
that, you heard that. Now, apparently the restaurants have caught on to this. Okay, and the reason why I say this is because this person posted this video of an interaction that they had at this restaurant in which this person is accusing the Hard Rock employee of being hateful because the Hard Rock employee was watching this person's stream before this person essentially got kicked out of the restaurant. Okay, according to them, right? They're saying that they got kicked out because apparently the lady knew who this person was. Okay, and I want to react to this because
would you do
this
that
was
to
inevitable,
Rex?
right? This person should have known that, hey, this is the natural consequence
Would you do
of
this?
being a TikToker who is known for accusing restaurants of hate and bigotry, right? You literally go to these restaurants to stream and to catch the employees misgendering you. And basically, that's just bad business, right? So, I mean, this is what happens as a result. So, without further ado, let's get into this.
Better than Applebee's. So far, so good. Our server, we're sitting in kind of like an isolated section to not bother anyone. We are not at Bubba's. We were turned away from Bubba's, not allowed to stream there after I asked. So instead, we're at Hard Rock Cafe. It's a very similar menu. The only shrimp they have is one night in Bangkok shrimp. They have
Guess
fajitas,
this person likes
which I
shrimp a
wouldn't
lot?
hate. We could try
Yeah.
the steak, but I have a fear that the steak will be bad. Bubba's.
Why?
Hi there.
Hi.
How's
I
it
know
going?
you wanted to sit at this table, but we have reservations, so
Oh.
I'm going to have to move you to a smaller table.
Okay.
Are you having lunch with us today? Okay. So I can move you over here, then the server will get you started in a few minutes.
Okay. Are all of these taken?
Yeah, the bigger tables have to be open because we have a lot of reservations today.
Okay,
So we can
what
put you
time?
in a smaller they're all different times. So we're about to set up this section for a party that's coming in.
Oh, okay.
So you
What
want us
time
to-
do you think they'll come in? Just because it'll probably be pretty loud, I would imagine, right?
I'm not sure of all the reservation times, but they're throughout the whole day.
Okay. I just don't want to set up at a table if it's going to get loud in like 30 minutes. Maybe it'd
It'll
be.
be loud everywhere in the cafe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Hard Rock
Yeah,
Cafe.
The whole place can be loud.
It is obvious this lady
Forever.
is basically trying to come up with every excuse that she can to have this.
What I can't figure out, I guess they just wouldn't sat themselves, and they're like, "Oh, you can't sit over here because we've got this reserved." So, I mean, if you seat yourself, that's pretty much.
I saw something about they took up a 6-person table just for him and his girlfriend and set up like all their streaming equipment.
individual move somewhere else, okay, try to make this individual's life harder. Now, again, is she doing this because this person is trans? No, okay, that's not why she's doing it. She's doing it because apparently she knows who this person is.
So would you like to still sit and eat? Because I can move you over here.
Just
right now. And we
Okay.
have a lot of
It's
reservations.
not.
We
You don't
all
have to be
go on breaks,
subjected to
we
other people's
expect to
mental
live the
illness.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You
Okay.
don't have to. But yeah, you get the gist
So,
of it.
and then Craig will get you started over here. So I can put you over
Oh my
here.
God.
This area is probably, you got it? You need it. Okay, give me a few minutes. No problem. I can move you over here. It's probably gonna be the quietest right now, but within the hour it will pick up.
Okay. I think I'll probably just leave.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, get. Go on, get.
Sorry about that.
Go on
Has
and
this
get.
person never been in the Hard Rock Cafe? It's always loud.
Nope.
It's not called the
Right,
Soft
Evie?
Rock
It's
Cafe.
completely empty in here, by the way. Like completely.
Oh, geez.
Today's not my day, huh?
Yeah,
Not my day.
Probably not many days of your day.
Yeah, I don't think you wanted me here.
I want to know how desperate his girlfriend is to be with him. Dear
Right?
God.
I know. I know. Well,
Imagine rolling over. That's what you see. Ah, every day. No.
I got one more
Mm-mm.
piece of good news. I got one more piece of good news. I don't know.
Good.
It's always good when Stacey Abrams embarrasses herself. And like I said, the Georgia, Pennsylvania has Bigfoot. Scotland has the Loch Ness Monster. New Jersey has the New Jersey Devil. What's some other places out
Texas
there?
has chupacabra.
Chupacabra in Texas. There's leprechauns in Ireland. Gaba, whatever, in Russia that we learned from the drone program.
Australia has Madcore.
Well, in Georgia, we have our own. It's called Stacey Abrams.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. These Democrats, they're such sore losers, aren't they? You know, they're just the type of people who can never say anything nice about the other side. Everything's partisan, and they always have to twist reality, twist the facts to back up and defend their narrative. They simply cannot give credit where credit is due. It's an unheard level of derangement. Donald Trump, Republicans, even when they're winning, according to Democrats, they're always losing, right? Donald Trump comes in 2016, takes over the show, and boom, we see some of the greatest economic numbers in years, basically since maybe the 1980s, 1990s. A huge success. I mean, everybody's eating. But according to them, according to the Democrat, it's only billionaires who are benefiting. And actually, even though they argue that Donald Trump's economy was crap, at the same time, they make the argument that really it was a great economy, but it wasn't Donald Trump's credit to take. It was Barack Obama. And of course, they do this with everything, whether it's the border, peace deals, trade deals. Donald Trump simply can never get a win. And now we have Democrats doing the exact same thing in typical Democrat sore loser fashion. Trump makes history, the culture shifts entirely. But according to these clowns, there's no shift that happened here, no significant
Hard
shift.
to believe
How utterly pathetic. I have
Abrams
this
on
delusional
television.
clip from none other than expert reality denier Stacey Abrams. I want to show you guys what she said,
Scariest
and then
thing
of
in
course
Georgia
I want to
right there, guys.
completely dismantle and debunk it. We
She
got
comes
some stuff
running-
to get into.
She
so
steals the
roll
votes from
tape.
everybody.
All right, folks, so this popped up on my timeline here. The cope is real. Election denier Stacey Abrams refuses to admit that Trump's
Election
win was
denier.
a, quote, seismic shift.
Election
Just take a look at
denier.
this.
We keep misremembering what happened in November. Yes, Donald Trump won the election, but this wasn't a landslide. It was an evenly divided nation. He got more people, but this was not this seismic shift where 57, 58%.
He won every battleground state, Stacey. He won every battleground state.
Of America said no. It
And
was
your little scheme didn't work this time, did it, Stacey?
less than 50% of the electorate who said, this is what we want. Our responsibility is for decency to show those who stayed home,
She looks like a
You
bird.
know,
of
you
prey.
wouldn't know decency if it was wrapped in bacon.
those who stayed silent, that there is a place for decency
know
and
the
a
bacon,
place
though.
for them. That's the work that has to be done next. Not trying
Work that needs to be done is getting people like you out and far away from any type of power or control or decision-making process.
to replicate the
What a
bad,
freeze
but
frame
trying
that
to
was.
amplify and make good an attractive opportunity, an attractive option, and a
It was, and that's why people voted for Trump.
true choice.
Yep, Stacey Abrams, the queen of denialism, is at it again after refusing to admit that she lost her gubernatorial race not once but twice.
It didn't count for a month. She wanted to keep counting votes for a month. She kept pulling them up in U-Hauls.
She's now, I guess, taking her delusions to the next level, claiming essentially that Trump doesn't have a mandate and there was no seismic political shift in the last election of all elections. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? It's absolutely insane. There was a monumental shift, and it's not like you need to look hard to find it. Funnily enough, we keep seeing Democrats pointing at the results of the last election as if it proves their case that there's no mandate or no shift. But in order to prove that there was
More obstruction, more, what, there was no mandate. They can't do this. What does that even mean?
is a monumental shift. Well, all you need to do is look at the results of the 2024 election, and they essentially prove it. You know, what it seems like is the Democrats are clinging on to their House numbers as if it's a life raft in this whole situation, as if the slim majority that Republicans won in the House makes the case for the point they're trying to make. But obviously, the results of these House elections aren't really the best indicator for what's going on here. House races are mostly local, and really that's not where the shift is happening. The shift is happening more on a federal level and really more on an executive level.
So let me stay real quick. Thank you to everybody that's watching out there on X and Rumble. Please hit the thumbs up. And if you're on YouTube, please hit the thumbs up as well. I've got to every now and then pop in there and say that. But I appreciate you guys supporting the channel in every way and on every platform. R.I.P. Stacy. No, really, please go to rest. Really, please go. Go. You're done. You're done. She's power hungry Stacey Abrams. Hungry, power hungry Stacey Abrams.
Hungry hippo. I could say it. I'm a girl.
They she's like, you know, when we read bedtime stories about, you know, wanting kids to be good, you better be good or Stacey Abrams will come eat you and steal your boat.
Level. Trump represents the shift, not the more irrelevant House races where half these people, let's be totally frank, are bought off empty soup politician shills. And again, just reiterating my point, congressional races are hyper localized. And usually the results of these elections are specific to the district's own issues. Then, of course, we have gerrymandering, the political talent that's out there, let's call it local personalities. These races don't carry the same national implications as a presidential race. And the fact is, on a federal, executive, and cultural level, there was a monumental shift, and Trump embodies that shift. Just look at the numbers. Donald Trump didn't just win, he won the popular vote as a Republican in 2024, which is almost unheard of in modern times.
First of all, I'm not going to worry about it, Phil, because he's not going to win. She's definitely.
Oh, you should have worried about it there. Snowflake, you should have worried about it.
We're going to win the popular vote, as Democrats almost always do now.
It's become a foregone conclusion now. Democrats always win the popular vote. A Republican can never win the popular vote. Well, you mean to tell me that something that was deemed essentially impossible or nearly impossible going into the election actually happened? Precedent shifted so dramatically to where Donald Trump seemed to pull off the near impossible. I mean, that's what happened, right? But we're supposed to look at that and say, not so significant at all now, is it? Give me a break. I mean, it's not just the shift. What we saw was unprecedented. And it's not just in the popular vote numbers. You also have to look at the general conversation of the country and what direction that conversation is.
Why the hell am I the
heading and where
sacrificial lamb?
You know,
get into 5K and I have to perform a special task?
I think that's a good deal. Let's go. Yeah, actually, I wanted to get the 5K and do my face reveal 5K. I just didn't know if it was ever going to happen, man. It's like fighting an uphill battle around here with the Shadow Bennons.
How about you'll work to get me over 1K? How about that?
Yeah. I mean, I got to get over 4,730. That'll be the record. I think 28. I'm at 27. 28 is the record. So, I mean, man, it would be really nice to go on a run here and get to 5K. It really would. I hope it can happen.
I'll make a sandwich board with your link on it, and I'll go stand on the highway and see if I can get you some subs.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, how about we'll just do boob reveal at 5K. Oh my God, I'm at 5K already. How about I just put that out there, right? You know, we can do just one boob at a time. So get the left one at 5K, get the right one at 6K. At 7K, you get both of them together. And when we hit 10,000, she can show her face. How about that?
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'd motorboat myself.
No, that too.
I mean, it's doable. I'm bendy.
Yeah. Winning subs. Winning subs. Buy one, get one free.
See, Thomas gets my sense of humor. Thank you for that, Thomas. I appreciate it.
No doubt. Well, I think we get the hint here. Stacy sucks, and
not in the good
she
way.
likes to go on. She likes to go on and humiliate herself, and that's just fine with me. That's just fine with me. You do that. You do that, Stacy. You're never going to be governor. Thank God. They then took away her
You have
secret
to move.
weapon, ballot harvesting and cheating. Oh, no cheating for you, Stacy. No cheating for you. All right, let's do it.
Filters change the way we feel. Blurry lines between what's real. Cool things a thrill we chase. Time's a blur in this fast-paced race. I'm lost in a world of cool things, streaming through my endless dreams. Every frame, a piece of me, it shows. Cool things wherever I go. Microwave screens call out my name. Pixelated faces play the game. Cool things that are coming in time. I want every one of them to be mine.
All right, cool things. Here we go. What's T3's channel? Talking Trash and Truths.
I don't know why he's asking about my channel. Mind your business.
Troublemaker. Is this show about anything other than how many people you have watching? It never was about that. But he's a troublemaker, so he's just trying to make trouble.
Yeah.
No, right now we're in a segment called Cool Things, where we look at cool things that are around there. This is our Saturday night show. It's just kind of chill and laid back, man. Troublemaker. Make yourself at home, man. You can make some friends here. All right. So one thing I thought was kind of cool is, like, you know, the ever-changing kind of landscape of the world and what will be coming down the road as cool things is kind of a futuristic kind of segment we do. I reckon. Okay. Thanks for coming by. The 5 skyscrapers that will change New York City's skyline forever. I didn't even know about this, but you guys know there's going to be 5 new skyscrapers in New York City coming up.
God.
When we
check it
think
out.
of New York's skyline, this is what comes to mind. Or maybe if you're a bit older, then you would probably think of this. But it doesn't matter which group you're part of, because in a few years, it's not going to matter. A new group of shiny, super tall towers are waiting to take their place. For this video, we have compiled a list of 5 such towers proposed within New York City. The tallest one is reserved for the very end.
Look at
but
that.
Every tower you see in the list is more than one.
Look at this. I mean, look at this, some of this stuff that we're going to build. I thought these were really
They
crazy
have
looking.
one that's all triangles. It's got a
Do they?
slanted roof. It's like it's all geometric, like different size triangles. It's all the way like it's closer to the George Washington Bridge than the Empire State Building. But they're already building like really weird shapes. They do stand out a lot. They do. But not like that. Like
That, I
small
mean,
to
that's like
large,
the
that
small
would make me
boxes.
nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, right? It looks like it's getting ready to tip over in a second.
1,000 feet. And yes, it does look like a torch. With a height of
Torch
1,000 feet,
tower.
the torch tower will be taller than most in its vicinity. But beyond its height, it's the design that steals the spotlight.
Look how the clouds are all the way down here.
The intricate glass cutouts give a fragile look to its body, while the long stem further amplifies its sleekness.
Is this real,
design
though?
gives a sharp
Are they really
contrast
gonna
to
build
other
these?
concrete and steel buildings
That's
in its
what I always
surroundings.
wonder about.
But do you know what the fun part is? There's going to be a drop ride in the building. If you look closely, you
What's
can
a
see
drop
transparent
ride?
tubing within the tower.
Nice.
Riders will traverse a height
They
of
had that at the
300 feet
Western.
within a 90-second ride.
Weston.
That's something no skyscraper came close to achieving. This ride is designed by Intamin, the company behind some of the coolest drop rides around the world. The
Drop
Torch
ride.
Tower will have 52 stories. Its lower half will feature an 800-room hotel plus retail space. The top floors are reserved for a restaurant, a VIP lounge, and an observation deck. If you stand on these floors, you can catch stunning views of Billionaires Row and the surrounding
Billionaires
landmarks in Midtown.
Row.
As of March of this year, work on the building's foundations is already underway. It's expected that Torch Tower will be complete by 2027. The next tower on the list is going to be the most controversial of
years.
all. It goes by the name Pen 15. It's
Pen
designed by
15.
Foster Plus Partners. and is going to serve as a super tall office tower. As far as height is concerned, the Penn Tower is 1,200 feet high. This provides enough space to accommodate 400 units across 61 floors, but don't worry, it won't get too congested. In fact, this is how the interior would look.
Why is it so controversial?
Seems nice. So why is the project facing backlash? There are
You
two
heard me.
reasons: Hotel Pennsylvania and the Empire State Building.
Ooh.
The Penn 15 is extremely close to the Empire State Building. In fact, you can even see it from the tower's high-rise terrace. The owners of the Empire State Building oppose the building as it blocks the view of their historic structure.
Empire State Building owners complain the new
Wonder if
tower
they own
would
the
overshadow
airspace.
a beloved landmark.
Has there been a decision to change
Hi,
permanently
Andy.
the
How you
iconic
doing?
skyline of New York to
Good
the
to see
detriment
ya.
of its largest and most
Hey,
famous
Andy.
landmark?
As a result, they suggested that the new tower should be limited to 800 feet in height.
What?
However, the Empire State lost the battle, and Penn 15 was given a go-ahead by the city council. But there
Oh.
was still one thing standing in its way: Hotel Pennsylvania. This hotel was more than 100 years old and was a historic landmark of Manhattan. With more than 2,000 rooms, it was once the largest hotel in the world. Over the years, the hotel fell into disrepair and was bought by the current owners of Penn 15. It was ultimately demolished to make way for the new skyscraper. The new skyscraper is divided into 6 unequal sections. The fourth section offers the most space, measuring up to 80,000 square feet. This unequal design is the reason why Penn 15 looks like a chest of drawers. The ground floor entrance features floor-to-ceiling glass panels and bright interior spaces. To make it even cooler, there's also going to be an LED screen with additional lighting on the underside.
Oh,
Penn
cool.
15 also promises to be a leader in sustainability.
Needs more light
Its
pollution.
rooftop is fitted with photovoltaic
yeah.
panels and a rainwater collection
sure.
system. The goal is to keep innovation and the environment working hand in hand. Penn 15 is still in the planning stages with formal construction yet to start. What do you make of the project?
That
Is
means
it
it
worth building
may or may
after
not
what it did
happen,
to
right?
these two icons?
Yes.
Share your take in
We
the
all hate
comments.
it now. Thank
At
you
number
very
3,
much.
we have this $3 billion office.
The $3 billion office.
It will be the new headquarters of JP Morgan, the 5th largest bank in the world.
Damn.
Officially, it's called 270 Park Avenue. This new office will
270.
replace the old Union Carbide building, which was built in the 1960s.
Yeah, I mean, that's a much better looking building. So
The old office could only
Well,
accommodate
they lost
3,000
all their old
employees,
offices in the
but the
World
new
Trade
one will have
Center.
space for 14,000 employees.
well, yeah, so everybody can work remote.
It's also twice as tall as its predecessor, standing at 1,400 feet. The skyscraper consists of several vertical volumes of differing heights pressed together to form a step structure. This gives it an elegant figure that doesn't make it seem bulky or superimposing, like the structures in its surroundings. There are 60 floors within the tower, all powered by hydroelectricity. This makes it the largest all-electric building with net zero emissions. Norman Foster also paid careful consideration to the tower's locality. 270 Park Avenue will occupy the entire city block, bounded by Madison Avenue to the west and Park Avenue to the east. By creating a
Well,
giant
that's lovely
tower,
for
they didn't want to
traffic.
block the view of Madison Avenue. So the design team used triangular columns to raise the building. In this way, the tower occupies less space than the previous box design. The entrance lobby is quite spacious, with a height of 80 feet. This is vital because, remember that the new office has to fit 4 times more people. But no matter how public-friendly the new building is, it's not the only one. New York City is already suffocating. It is slowly turning into a concrete jungle with
All right,
only
what's the
big
next one?
life. You have
Speed it
Tower
up.
5th.
What turning
Yep, that sounds
into?
confusing, but
It
don't get
already
caught
is.
up in the numbers. It's probably named this way because it's located
I just wanna
east
see the
of Fifth
buildings.
Avenue
Let's see.
between 51st and 52nd Street. A much simpler way to remember is that it's directly opposite St. Patrick's Cathedral. With a height of
St.
1,556 feet, it's the second tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. The title of the tallest is reserved for the One World Trade Center, which stands at 1,700 feet. It's a proud moment for New York since it has 2 of the most tallest buildings in the West. For decades, countries have fought
That's
for
my
this title.
altitude.
Currently, Burj Khalifa is the tallest building on the planet, but it's now being dethroned by its neighbor, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is building a
everybody with the
3,000-foot
tallest-
tower called the Jeddah Tower.
Mhm.
That's
Jeddah
equal to
Tower.
stacking 10 Statue of Liberty on top of each other. It's definitely a project that deserves a video on its own. In
Okay.
the meantime, if you like the video so
Bad.
far, kindly take a moment to
Yeah,
subscribe.
if you like the show so far,
With a
please.
soaring
what's
height of
next one?
1,663
There's the
feet,
box ones.
it's going to see eye to eye with the World Trade Center. The skyscraper would rise on the west side of Manhattan, near Hudson Yards. The Affirmation Tower resembles an upside-down skyscraper.
Affirmation
Its
Tower.
body is divided into 6 sections
Good
that
enough.
progressively
I'm
get
tall
bigger on
enough.
the way up.
And God darn
These
it,
sections
people
are
visit
enclosed
me.
by full-length vertical white fins. Inside the building, you could see landscaping on each floor. It's also going to feature an ice skating rink in the winter months. On the practical side, the Affirmation Tower will be a mixed-use space. It will host at least 2 hotels, an entertainment complex, a rooftop
Affirmation
eatery,
Tower.
and a ballroom.
2
But
hotels.
beyond the details, this tower is a symbol of inclusivity. It's designed by Sir David Ajay, a renowned British Ghanaian. His work includes the National Museum of
Ghanaian.
African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. Upon completion, this would be the tallest tower constructed by Black-owned companies and the tallest building ever built by a woman-led contractor. The tower will also host the National Civil Rights Museum, which will occupy 50,000 square feet of space. Its entrance is in the form of a multi-story podium.
Someone tells me it's going to be the biggest. It's going to be the largest accumulation of propaganda and critical theory in the world.
The biggest flop.
All right, so is that all 5 of them? Is that number 5?
Oh,
We've seen them all. So yeah, we'll see which one of these actually get built and actually don't get built. You know, with these things, sometimes they happen, sometimes they don't. I guess that they start. Sometimes they start on them and they don't finish them. You know,
That bit with the clouds made me laugh because clouds don't come down that low. Those skyscrapers are not that high.
right?
They're just not high enough to be surrounded in clouds. I've been to the
Yeah.
top of the Empire State Building, been to the top of the World Trade. There's
Read
no
this.
clouds. You want me to read it?
Yes.
The Burj Khalifa is so tall that they can't have a single elevator
How
shaft
tall
that
is
goes
it?
that goes you're an ass. That goes all the way up because the cables are too heavy. They have to have sky
No.
lobbies that you get off one elevator to another. I mean, but that was normal. Like a lot of buildings in New York were like that. They didn't go, they had banks of different elevators because it didn't make sense to run them from the bottom all the way to the top. It would take too long. So you would
They're
take it
still
to
building
different
it.
levels. They were separated. It was for
The line
efficiency.
is still going.
Oh God. What the fucking line? Oh, look, 201. See, I made it past the 2-hour mark. I was so good today. But yeah, no. He loves talking about the line, the wall, like everything, all that stuff.
Yep, Shelly's gonna be living there one day. The line is happening. It is happening. It'll be the line. It'll be quite a line indeed. You'll be able to do all kinds of cool things out there, like ride stuff out in the desert. You can flying cars out there.
Yeah, Libby, World Trade Center was the same. They had banks of elevators. It just makes sense. It makes sense for the people that want to move between, I don't know, like floor 50 and 80 and don't want to
Mhm.
wait 20 minutes for the damn elevator from downstairs.
Yep. All right, check this out. China has a very interesting security robot it's using now, evidently.
Ooh.
And you won't believe what it looks like. If you want a nice clickbaity headline, here you go. It's BB-8.
Hot one. I love BB-8.
I felt very safe when I saw police officers with the rolling ball.
Police officers with
Yes,
balls.
more power to our imperious leader. Look at that thing, huh? Robot's design and mobility enables it to reach many corners which traditionally patrol equipment cannot go. Really? A big giant ball can do that?
它的最快速度是35公里每小时，它的
maximum
瞬
speed
时
of
加速度
35 kilometers.
拨杆一下子推的特别猛，它能一下子大概在2秒之内提高了最高速度。
Oh, it threw a net at you.
主要是基于它
Spider-Man.
最大的一个特点，它是能在对抗的环境下，即使本体遭受到我
Spider-Man.
们一个近距离一个
I mean, what do you hear?
会失去作用。它能在极端环境或者复杂人群当中可以来。
Now he's
Oh, damn.
squish you with the shield.
智能力。
Right.
我们会加挂不同的这个外部的设备。那么
You guys
警方
bless
呢，
up
它
here in
主要考
Chinese.
虑呢，一个是要给这个也巡逻的时候要有震慑力，所以呢，它配了
Robot with a neck
机场
gun.
希望你能够配个
Come on, you guys want
那
one?
种高音喇叭可以驱鸟。从我们
You
研
know
发
you
角度来
want your
讲，
own
它是一
robo,
个智
your
能的移动的
BB-8
载具。
with a net.
Cat? Really?
So yeah, look for the rolling ball in China. That's pretty much what it does, what it looks like.
那我有一个博士生想了一个很好的点子，就是据
And this is like more Chinese propaganda underneath of it all.
Listen, I just want a robot that's going to clean my house.
Exoskeletons
That's
are
it.
finally stepping.
I'm not asking for much. Just clean the house.
You'll get it. You'll get it. Well, you're gonna get that, and you're gonna run faster than you've ever run in your life.
Out of science fiction into the real world, and yes, you can buy one right now. This is the Densys X1. It's an exoskeleton that uses
Already got
AI
one
to
for
learn
you.
how you walk and how you run to help you hike longer and run faster than ever. So let's go check it out.
Oh yeah, snap it in, turn it on. Let's go.
To test
Bro, I
out
would
one
totally
of the
get one
claims,
of those for
I'm going to
Katie.
see how much the exoskeleton actually helps me when I'm walking up a very steep hill. I'm going to do it once without the exoskeleton, and the second time with the exoskeleton, then compare the time it takes me. And of course, I had to find one of the steepest streets in San Francisco. It is so steep. They've even got stairs up the side. So, you know, it's going to be tough. I'm not going to take that easy way out, though. I'm
It
gonna get
will.
straight
It'll
up
be
this
driving
hill,
your truck.
over 30% grade, okay? Without the exoskeleton, I'm not looking forward to this.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go!
Okay.
Right about now, but I would love a little boost.
Turn around and walk backwards. It helps.
You did it.
Just give me a minute.
Now fall down the hill.
Yeah, I would say roll
That was a
back.
lot.
You can just roll back down. All right. Put on your new legs
Okay.
and let's
That
go.
must be awesome to sled down.
I'm going to
But
turn
it's
it
not for
on.
oncoming traffic.
Let's see. Okay, we are in the assist mode. And it's
Assist.
got 6 different levels of assistance. So, of course, I'm going
Crank
to
it
crank it
up.
up to number 6. Because
Yeah,
why
crank
not?
it up.
I don't want to
Max
do this, but
assist.
hopefully this one's going to be easier, right?
You're going to see
Let's
her
go.
leg
2, 3,
at the
go.
top of her left behind.
Doesn't feel all that different yet, but we'll see when I start to get tired. It's still hard. Don't get me wrong. This is still really not a pleasant experience, but I don't feel as winded yet. Even though I don't feel like it's giving me that much support, it's just a little bit.
Not quite there yet.
Girl, it's also your second trip, so it's giving you support.
Okay. I'm
About the
still
same?
pretty winded. As you can tell, even with level 6 assist, where's the top hill? So the X1 also has a workout mode that
Workout mode.
basically
Maybe you should use
resists
that
you, so you
instead.
can use it to train, but I'm going to use it to help me go down the hill. Resistance, the highest level. Okay, let's go down. I don't feel like I'm barreling down the hill. Like I feel like it's almost like I've got little brakes built in. That
Okay. Well, that's, you know, they still got some work to do on that. They still got some work to do. There's that little exoskeleton for you. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I think, did someone send me this last week and I said play it? I think maybe somebody in the crowd sent this to me, but this is the kind of thing you'll be able to, like, you know, I always see these things. I think, you know, you have a lot of land, right? You want to have a lot of property. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need this cool thing right here. The Jetson, right? Jetson 1. Did we see this already? But maybe not, maybe so. Or someone sent it to me. But look at that. I mean, and then there's also places you can go, probably just rent them and fly them around. Like, so if you want to start a business, you get a bunch of these and just, like, you know, get some land and be like, come on out here and fly some cars. Maybe that's a good business for me to do.
There you go.
You know? Well, I gotta get the money for the flying cars first. But I get a couple different kinds. You can come on out to Winning Ranch and fly yourself around. Just sign this waiver saying you won't sue me if anything happens. And
please avoid
away
my
you
trees.
go. That's right. I used to like with the there was this other thing too that I loved that were like, I gotta find it. Did I already show this? No, I gotta find it. A wave. I want to say a wave runner, but that's not what it is. Man.
Oh,
things-
I think I know what you're talking about. I think you showed me.
Did I show you?
Yeah.
It was probably a while ago before I did this. I'll have to find it for next week. but they're aquatic and they go underwater and above water, and they have like one shaped like a dolphin or an orca or like a shark. You can have any of those things.
There
But
you
these
go.
things are really cool, man. It's one,
Think of the crop circles they can make with these.
you know, you guys ever have a bucket list for the stuff that you want to get or try or do? This would be one
Your
of them.
Amazon wish
Jetpacks.
list.
Yeah, flying cars, jetpacks, and the awesome I know it's not called a wave runner though. I know it's called something else. But I gotta find it now. I used to know it like
Was
the
it a
back of my
surf something?
No,
No. Right when he says no, he didn't even think about it.
it's not a surf something. It's not.
He doesn't say water weird.
Okay, so check this out.
You
This
say
is going
water weird.
around. I gotta. Some people have a problem with the way I say it, but you know, some people just need to.
Well, I say water,
Main
so
thing.
I beat you all.
All right, so check this out. I noticed this going around, right? Latest X-44 Manta ready to battle has Russia and China terrified, right? So this comes up in my feed. And so you look at this thing, right? I'm gonna show it to you, not all of it. I'm gonna show it to you at winning speed here. And just give you like a little bit of a brief introduction to this, right? So check this out.
The Pentagon declassified data on the top secret X-44 Manta worth $300 million. We're now delving into the mysteries of an American state-of-the-art airplane that's been shrouded in secrecy for years. What's it capable of? Why was the airplane that can turn invisible created? Is there any way to defeat it with its top speed greater than the speed of sound? Why was the choice of weapon so unobvious to it? Whatever the answer, you're about to find out.
Oh yeah?
The X-44 Manta is one of the most mysterious projects of the American military aviation. This revolutionary stealth aircraft, developed by Lockheed Martin, was originally conceived as an innovative platform without an empennage, which already distinguished it from
Sea
other
Breacher,
models.
thank you. That's
Manta
it.
gained the
Wolfram,
ability
you
to
win.
accelerate to Mach 1 in a matter of seconds, which
Sea
marked a new
Breacher.
record among fighter jets.
Oh, you chat
1,000
knows
nautical
all.
miles, stay 50 hours with refueling, and give up not only a picture but can do strikes too.
Is that Greer's uncle?
Got wind
Nope.
chip. Are you related?
For
Yes.
time-sensitive target.
Unique
My uncle.
aerodynamics and stealth technologies provide almost complete invisibility to both radar and human eyes, thanks to the latest coating codenamed Parallax. At first, the project was
Parallax.
classified, and it seemed that its
My
development had
biggest fan.
stopped. Many people, including me, even thought it was fake. However, recent leaks directly from the Pentagon and observations of the X-44 Manta indicate that the aircraft not only exists, but is being actively improved to perform the most complex combat missions. The X-44 Manta project began in the 1990s when the U.S. military was looking for new solutions to create an unrivaled stealth aircraft. At this time, developments in aerodynamics and stealth were becoming a priority for the Pentagon,
Looks like a drone.
and the legendary Lockheed Martin was allowed to work on the Manta. The fighter was designed as a completely tailless aircraft, which in itself aroused great
Delta.
interest. This decision made it possible to significantly reduce its radar visibility and improve maneuverability. Moreover, the Manta was capable of reaching supersonic speeds of 1,740 miles per hour, rising to altitudes of up to 68,900 feet to carry out reconnaissance missions. These characteristics
Look
made
at
it an
Sonic
ideal
control.
machine for the most dangerous missions. But something went wrong. Suddenly, the project was classified, and information about it began to disappear from public view. The Pentagon did not comment, which only increased the interest of the public. Many people began to suspect that the aircraft was so powerful and advanced that its existence had to be concealed even
the
from the
invisibility
Allies.
part?
One thing was clear. The X-44 Manta is not just an airplane, but a game-changing technology. You won't believe it, but one of the most shocking features of Manta is its ability to become invisible not only to radar,
go.
but also to the human eye.
The human eye. Wow.
Imagine this, an airplane that can disappear in an instant, leaving the enemy in complete confusion. This effect is achieved thanks to a unique cover codenamed Parallax that works as a camera and display at the same time. The lower part of the airplane transmits the image seen by the upper part and vice versa, creating the illusion of complete
The invisible jet.
disappearance. But that's not all. The
Kinda like
X-44
those
fighter
things
is
that they
equipped with the
videoed
most
that just
advanced
disappear.
weapon systems, including hypersonic missiles that can hit targets with an accuracy of up to 16 feet. These missiles are capable
Holy
of
crap.
reaching speeds of 2,850 miles per
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Here's what you need to know. None of this is real. Yeah, the X-44 was a project from the 90s that was discontinued due to cost and just overall inefficiency. But some of the
Failure.
ideas were taken into account for modern drones. However, there's a few of these videos that are out there that are complete bullshit that say the X-44 Manta is for real and it's coming for you. It's true.
All
Where were
right.
we at on our list of technologies that will change the world? We do a couple of these at the end of the
You were gonna look for the
wisdom
sea
segment.
breacher, weren't you?
I'll do that next time. So that'll give me something to do. Sea breacher next time. But we're going to take a look at these more technologies that will change the world here coming up. We'll do a
Ooh.
few of these and then we'll get off and get on to the funny videos. Heavy emphasis on animals this week. Heavy emphasis on animals this week. That's what we'll be doing. A lot of
Well
funny
said.
animals. If you like bunny animals, you're gonna love bunny videos. You just can't wait.
Spherical Concept Tire takes AI on the road. At last year's Geneva Motor Show,
Spherical
Goodyear unveiled
tires.
a spherical tire concept known as the Eagle 360. Linked to the car using a magnetic levitation suspension system, theoretically, at least, a set of the tires would allow the vehicle to move in any direction, even sideways. At this year's show, the company has pushed the concept a step further with the artificial intelligence pack-in Eagle 360 Urban. Like its predecessor, the 360 Urban's exterior consists of a sensor-laden rubber bionic skin. This would allow it to
right, Joanna.
continuously monitor road
Didn't
conditions
we learn our
and
lesson with
adapt
the
its
wheel
tread
and the mouse?
accordingly. The new tire would do the latter via electrically triggered actuators beneath its surface, which pull the individual tread elements into form dimples in wet conditions, or
Isn't that
pushes them
dirty
out to
that's gonna
form a
get
smooth
inside?
tread when the roads are dry.
You wash them off like that.
Ugh.
The Orange Storm Giga 3D printer is a high-performance
Oh, yeah, here you
machine
go.
designed for large-scale and precision printing projects. Capable of producing intricate and robust designs, it leverages advanced 3D printing technology to create objects with remarkable accuracy and speed. This printer is ideal for industries such as
Clover.
automotive, aerospace, and product design, where complex prototypes and components need to be fabricated efficiently. With
The
a
hell
focus
is
on
that?
versatility, the
Ice
Orange
cream.
Storm Giga can handle a variety of materials, allowing for greater
good.
flexibility in production. Its user-friendly interface and enhanced printing capabilities make it a top choice for professionals
Castro.
looking to push the boundaries of manufacturing through 3D technology.
You didn't do anything but set the machine up. Oh, look at this.
NASA's HAVOC, Habitat Demonstration Unit for Mars Exploration, is
Oh,
an
look at that.
innovative inflatable habitat designed to support long-duration missions on Mars. This cutting-edge system provides essential life support like air, water, and food, while also ensuring astronaut safety and comfort in the
I think I'll
harsh
go with
Martian
Elon's
environment.
version instead.
With features like radiation protection, mobility
should
for
get one,
exploration,
Jacob.
and advanced
You're the kind of guy that
communication
would make good
systems,
use of a
HAVOC
3D
aims to
printer.
simulate real-life conditions for humans on Mars.
That
Its
looks like-
inflatable design makes it easier to transport and set up, offering a potential solution for long-term habitation. HAVOC plays a crucial role in NASA's mission to send humans to Mars and explore the Red Planet. The ASAP hybrid helicopter is a groundbreaking aircraft concept that blends the best of traditional helicopters with cutting-edge hybrid technology. This innovative helicopter uses a combination of electric and conventional fuel power to achieve greater efficiency, reduce emissions, and extend flight range. Designed for both civilian and military use, the ASAP hybrid helicopter is equipped with advanced propulsion systems that allow quieter operation and lower environmental impact compared to traditional helicopters. With its ability to take off and land vertically, it offers unmatched versatility for urban transportation, rescue
Nice.
missions, or exploration. The hybrid design marks a significant step toward more sustainable aviation while maintaining the performance and flexibility expected from modern helicopters.
Looks like an angry dragonfly.
Imagine a future where every step you take helps power the world around you. Floor tiles that convert footsteps into electricity are making this a reality. These innovative tiles use piezoelectric technology to capture the mechanical energy created by footsteps and transform it into electrical energy. When pressure is applied to the tiles, they generate small amounts of power, which can then be used to light up streetlights, power signs, or even contribute to building-wide energy needs. This
Just hire
sustainable
people with
technology
ADHD,
is
they
not
don't sit
only an
still.
energy-efficient solution, but also a creative way to harness everyday human movement to generate clean energy, reducing reliance on traditional power sources. Whether in busy shopping malls, train stations, or office buildings, these tiles could play a significant role in powering our world with the energy we generate by simply walking.
Sure, high traffic areas, high foot traffic, that would be ideal.
Audi Active Sphere concept. The Audi Active Sphere concept blurs the lines between automotive segments, combining a sloping, car-like roofline with a decidedly SUV-esque stance and ride height. The fourth in Audi's series of Sphere concepts, after the Skysphere Roadster,
Yeah, I bet they
Grand
are
Sphere
expensive,
Sedan,
Thomas.
and
Sure,
Urban
rain on
Sphere
my
Mini,
parade.
the Active Sphere imagines a smoothly styled crossover that supports an outdoorsy lifestyle and shows off new technologies that Audi hopes to implement in the coming decades. Like its conceptual companions, the Active Sphere is electric, riding on the PPE platform that will underpin
We
the
gotta make a lot of
upcoming
money,
A6
man.
e-tron, as
Afford all
well as
these cool
Porsche's
things.
electric Macan. A 100.0 kilowatt-hour battery provides over 370 miles of range, and electric motors on the front and rear axles
Look at that.
combine for 436 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque.
Don't talk with your hands in that car.
For
They're
real.
driving us
Can
off
never
the
drive it.
road. Stop.
Highway technology brings multiple advantages to future transportation. Its elevated rail
Popping
system
wheels.
helps reduce traffic congestion by operating above ground, clearing roadways for other uses. Powered by electricity, it offers an eco-friendly solution, drastically cutting emissions compared to traditional vehicles. Skyway's modular and cost-effective design allows for rapid installation, even in remote or challenging environments, making it adaptable to various locations. The automated transport pods improve safety by minimizing human error, providing smooth, reliable journeys. By focusing on sustainability, efficiency, and integration into modern cityscapes, Skyway presents a smart, forward-thinking solution for the future of urban mobility. AirPod Smart Napping Pod. Imagine having the comfort and privacy of working, living, sleeping all in one solution.
Yeah, that'd be
This
great,
is the
wouldn't
kind
it?
of innovation that suits not only our present, but the future as well.
Imagine just being
Mr.
plugged
Guido
into a
Cook,
machine and never
founder
having to
and chief
move.
executive officer of
That'd
the
be great.
innovative brand AirPod. He has a strong and successful history with various startups in the manufacturing, food, leisure,
Luggage
and
goes
fitness
here.
industries. He shares about his strong vision of presenting a global concept of rest work pods and a new way of spending time in public privately and
They have
safely.
these over in
In this
Japan and places like that.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen
interview
reviews
with
of those.
Griga, find out
I
more
love
about
watching those
the
videos.
potential of AirPod, your privacy
I know you
capsule.
do.
Our franchise
Oh.
business model enables our
Loves
franchisee
it.
partners almost zero risks. The majority of costs that are connected to entering the market are covered from our side.
Nice. Nice. Sleeping napping pod. I think we'll leave it at that for cool things.
There you go.
Lots of cool things this week. And I will do the Sea Breacher will be featured next week on cool things, as well as my story behind the street Sea Breacher and my great $1 million idea. Someone's probably gonna steal. Because that's what happens. That's what they do. They can come up with them and someone else does them.
Well, I mean, there's an answer to that. You do something with them.
You know, I should. Anybody
Mhm.
want to invest in my great
There you
ideas?
go.
We'll find somebody. We'll get it done.
Jacob needs a napping pod for his house.
There
Your
you
own
go.
little
Sorry.
escape in your escape.
Nobody bothers me when I'm in the napping pod. Nobody.
Okay.
When this sausage dog visited a seal sanctuary to check out the rescued sea puppies, he never expected to meet the love of his life. But the bond he
Aw.
Ayla, a rescued seal with a partially amputated flipper, is undeniable. The moment Stanley stood next to the Cornish Seal Sanctuary's glass, Ayla swam right up to him, possibly mistaking the oblong, hood-wearing breadstick dog for another seal. Ayla has shown friendly interest in other dogs before, but she seemed to be particularly interested in Stanley the walking pool noodle. The pair spent the afternoon through the glass, with Ayla seeming completely smitten, even tilting her head to match Stanley's pose. Stanley's human Melanie confirmed that when he sleeps, he tucks in his paws and he does look remarkably seal-like, which could explain the immediate attraction. And while Stanley didn't seem to want to leave his new love connection behind, Melanie did unfortunately have to tell him that they couldn't live at the seal sanctuary. However, Stanley couldn't stop thinking about Ayla. So for Valentine's Day, he sent her a card that read, "For my gorgeous girlfriend," and was signed, "Your superstar sausage, Stanley." Upon reading the card, Ayla seemed to approve of the girlfriend label, so the two have been in a long-distance relationship ever since. When this seal showed up in a Massachusetts pond, he refused
So many
to be
comments I
captured,
could
but
make.
after he turned himself into authorities, they learned that he was actually just an old friend. The 230-pound gray seal was named Schubert after he was found swimming in Shoe Pond in Beverly, Massachusetts. He stuck around for a week, becoming a local celebrity and showing no signs of leaving. Because the busy area wasn't the safest place for Schubert, wildlife experts decided that it would be in his best interest to relocate him back to the ocean. What they didn't anticipate was just how evasive Schubert would be. And while he did show interest in the rescuers, he always stayed just out of reach. After a day of trying to secure him, the team called it a night, only to receive a call at 2:30 a.m. from the local police department informing them that Schubert had exited the pond, done the worm all the way across an empty parking lot, and plopped himself on the lawn directly in front of the station. On land, it was easier to coax Schubert into a kennel and transport him
All
to
right.
Mystic Aquarium for a health checkup. There,
I don't know what's going on, but she's reusing her clips again because I know I've seen that one too. All right. We're just gonna like kind of have some fun with animals tonight. When cats, when your cat and your cats who can't deny their love for dogs, this has to be like porn. How about it? How about, I mean, when your cats who can't deny, when you're, I don't know. Anyways, it'll be
You say
adorable.
Merry Christmas.
Oh God, it's me. Of course, I got the bad music on it.
Oh, it's
That's
supposed to
what
be
Snips is for.
apostrophe R-E.
Mhm.
Best friends, but the dog is like personal space, please.
She's like, I don't care. I'm gonna love you and squeeze you and hug you, and you'll like it.
Right? If you didn't have so much goofy music in the background,
Homeless but never
Oh no,
heartless.
that's all right.
They've
We'll
made a
provide
family of their
commentary.
own. Isn't this the sweetest example of friendship?
It just blends in.
oh, yep, they're just together.
Aw,
With a big nose you have.
brave little kitty.
When you find the warmest in the house and it comes with 3
I like how all the dogs are lined up.
Yeah, right? Like, all right, I'm just gonna squeeze in here. Puppy.
when you just want to tease your big adorable buddy.
Okay, Tom. Aw.
The puppy is scared, but with a brave cat by its
Ooh.
side, there's nothing to fear.
She's like, I got you, boo.
Yeah.
I got you.
Like, you put me in the wrong room. I'm in the wrong room.
don't know all these golden retrievers.
Bringing the toy over and patiently waiting for a response.
Puppy and dog playing together.
I mean, if you're
Winning,
waiting for
how
a
does
cat to
one
answer
acquire
you,
a money? Crypto sucks at driving the truck. A monkey. You need a monkey.
a monkey.
A monkey.
Friendship between this stray cat and dog truly warms the heart.
There you go.
The heart, give him a home.
It's adorable animals getting along.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is,
Creatures ever.
it's not all dogs and cats get along. Not all of them get along.
Isn't that a sign of the revelation?
What's that?
Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. My kitty and big dog are buddies. Castro, aren't all your animals buddies?
Yep.
I think it has more to do with how you raise them.
Some dogs and cats are literally at war with each other.
Then you have cat dog. Ah, so cute. My cat is literally sitting on my shoulder watching this.
Look at how the aircraft carrier looks like an airplane.
Can I help you? You're all up in my face. Look, puppy. It's a kitty cat that can fly a plane. Why don't you do cool stuff like that? Thank you for the kisses. Look. Oh, you good girl. Look, I could get you that outfit. Look. No? All right. Damn. Can I throw you out of an airplane? Don't give me that look. Pew pew. The eyes.
Dogs and cats at war, ladies and gentlemen.
What is that, a Shiba Inu something? Aww. Look at the cat with the
Sniper
bone.
cat.
Sniper cat. You like it? You want that outfit? Don't play with me, Snips. I'll buy it.
It could happen. It
Look
could
at all
happen.
those cats saving the world, Snips. Why are you so lazy?
It could happen.
It could happen.
Maybe.
Little Judy Tenuta. There's a throwback. Ah, look up steampunk bazooka goes pew pew pew. Okay. I have no idea what that is. I'm not in control of the driving. He drives. I just enjoy the ride.
All right, so we got the best cat videos from the last 10 years.
Sweet.
Cat videos from the past 10 years.
Cat videos. Come here.
Ты ко мне лезть. Не надо.
Bully. So okay, calm down.
You can't even
What are you hitting him with? You have no other arm.
No.
What did you just say?
Oh no.
This cat is not being harmed in any way and truly enjoys doing this trick.
It's a little flip.
Part 2, double mom hug. 30 meters.
Squish the kitty.
Oh, it's cold.
Brain freeze kitty.
These people use their cat to catch a bug.
Your breath.
Yes. Good girl.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh, see. No. You die like that in this house.
Hi, how you doing?
Babe, are you hungry?
He said hello.
Say yeah.
She came home after petting a cat that her cat absolutely hates.
Oh, I remember this one. She used to take that damn sweater off.
This is Aries, who is a cat that was born with hyperextended rear legs. He isn't in any pain and is pretty much a normal cat in every
Oh my God,
other
he
way.
looks like a spider.
Are you gonna pray or someone else is gonna pray?
Yes, you can do it. You can do it, Snowball. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
This
Nope.
cat seems to have adopted this monkey.
Oh my goodness. The hell?
I can't find my screwdrivers anywhere. Like, where did they go?
This poor cat had an existential
Hi.
crisis.
Why are you doing this?
I never asked myself that question. I don't know.
He was trying to force his cat to love him.
Over here. It's not that serious.
One, you can have one bite. It's pistachio ice cream.
This chunky monster of a boy. He's not overeating. I know that. Look at
The streamer's cat really loves her.
You could tell. He likes the underboob.
I don't know what she's looking at.
It's like I'm feeling you up and you don't
He
even
just flung cat litter out of the box. He's probably gonna do it again. Oh my god.
El cielo se cae, dijo Chicken Little.
Oh my god.
Who would you save in a burning building, me or Kenzie?
You?
Oh shit.
For some reason, a bat latched onto the collar of this cat.
Oh my god. Jesus. Oh no!
Like,
This poor cat was halfway to heaven.
Nella, girl, stop. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
No, it's not time. You just ate.
They wanted to introduce their new kitten to their older cat.
Stop. Shut up.
This cat was in trouble and yelled for backup from her big brother.
Oh shit. The hell? What was wrong with that cat?
Did you get that? Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Somebody has hay fever. Aw. How dare you?
What do you think is wrong with this cat?
Stop it.
Boo boo.
What are you doing?
Do you like your new tie? It makes you look very handsome.
This cat was really upset that they woke up from their nap.
What happened? Did you wake yourself up? No, you are so very grumpy.
That's me when I wake up. Aww.
Careful, please. Really careful. Not yet. Roger.
My boo does that. Jesus.
A cat got too close to a candle and its tail caught on fire. The outer layer of fur was protecting the cat, which is why the cat didn't freak out.
That's wild.
Jesus. Oh.
I have never seen a cat run in cursive before.
Oh, stop showing off.
Unfortunately, Oliver, as you know, your sales have not increased, for this month. So unfortunately, we have decided that we will need to be letting you go. This behavior is not professional, and I will be calling security.
Aw. Jesus. Yep, I wouldn't.
I found a cat that loves sucking on this person's ear.
Ew. Give that cat a chew toy. Jesus. Oh.
Stay there for it.
Oh.
I'm sure that box is full of stolen car parts.
Oh
This
my
cat
goodness.
got a little nervous and protective when the baby put their hands over the
I've seen
balcony.
this. I love that part. Get your hands down. If I fall off this ledge trying to save you, I will never hear the end of it. Oh.
Attempt to make this shoe launch off the desk on its own. You ready?
Well done.
Oh. Looks like my Mookie. The looks he gives him.
Hairless
That's a
cats
double
often
fuck
need
you.
lotion in order to protect their skin.
God, they're so.
Do you stretch his schedule?
Oh.
Oh my god.
The hell was that?
Pesto chicken pasta?
I don't know. Couldn't have been good.
This guy
Oh.
tossed in his cat to go catch a rat.
Can't say hell no.
This person has a cat that walks on the same path every day.
Oh my goodness. Well, who does that? It's wanting bags.
This person wanted her dogs to come back inside, but they weren't really listening. The cat saw that they weren't listening and wanted to help out.
Get your ass in the house. I gotta come get you too. Get your ass in the house.
Nice.
I'm gonna sit right here. You're not going anywhere.
That's a good cat.
Mm-hmm.
When they can help
Oh,
out. We need help.
Why are
What do you think he's going to jail for?
Free the cat! Was hat sie getan? Free the cat! Was hat sie getan? Was hat sie getan? Huh?
This guy was kind enough to save a kitten found on the side of the road.
Someone just, oh no, it's a whole, oh my gosh.
You show me this one. This is like
Oh
my
my gosh.
perfect day.
Oh my gosh, there's more. We gotta
They
keep
would all
going.
come home with me. Oh my goodness.
This cat was confused when she heard her owner's voice come from a security camera.
What the heck?
I said, where the hell are you? Oh!
If you take a wet toothbrush and pet a cat with it, it supposedly reminds them of getting cleaned by their mother.
Hunter, are you hungry? It's even green. Oof.
This cat grabs food from the automatic feeder as if someone will try and steal it.
Oh my god.
No, hey.
This cat was taught doing sit-ups
You knew that was
underneath the
coming.
car.
You knew that was going to come. Oh no. Doing sit-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen a cat drink via Bluetooth before. Imagine losing a game of ring toss to a cat.
Go, go, let go, go. Oh my God.
I think he can sense that the brain cell is nearby, so he's trying to stay extra still so that he can finally intercept it.
See if Bruce likes cottage
Evil
cheese.
cat activated.
Want somebody?
Who's videotaping themselves cleaning a table?
This cat has trouble understanding
I have
how
no
the screen
idea.
works.
Recording.
Weird. Oh.
Chega, Ninho. Ninho. Oh, meu Deus, que gato doido é esse, menino?
Oh!
Steez, I just got off work, so don't look up here.
I have never seen someone that loves corn as much as this cat does. This cat just discovered the new security camera that was installed in the house.
Hello, and you are doing what, sir?
Mm-hmm.
You got your clutch, you got your brake, you got your throttle, you got your gear lever, AFR gauge, fan switch, steering wheel. You got all that?
Right, it's corn.
Hey.
Мы с Тамарой ходим парой, да? О, як це мило.
This cat sounds exactly like a
Your
squeaky
mask is
toy.
Stupid. Oh my God. What the hell kind of meow
What do you
is
think
that?
he's trying to say?
It's like the air coming out of a balloon.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit!
Love when that happens.
And there goes that.
What are you two doing?
Oh, there goes the table.
Yep.
All right.
I have never seen such a nervous dog
Round
before.
corner. Round third.
Look at the eyebrows on the dog.
There's only two types of cats.
Peanut.
Did hers get her
Cozy in there.
cast off? Why'd you do that?
Orally
You ate a
fixated
bee this
cat.
morning. How do you feel? Thank you.
Well, they only turn one once, and we are doing the whole princess theme, but it's gender neutral, of course.
Oh.
Tongue out.
No, it's fruit by the foot. She wants a fruit by the foot.
That's the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the super special cat video that I made, and I'll
We
see you
did
guys
enjoy
again very, very soon.
We
Later.
did. We did.
Later. Thank you, man. We did enjoy it very much. That was the highlight of the evening, no doubt.
It was for me.
It was for Shelly. And I still forgot to change the damn banner the entire time. Nobody told me. Nobody ever tells me when I don't change the banner, so I guess nobody reads them. But there you go. Nobody ever.
What is your best joke? Oh, if only Captain Kearns was here. He's got great dad jokes. He had me dying the other day. Had me dying. That's all he did was tell jokes in my whole chat, like the whole time I was on air. It was great.
Ellie. Oh, thanks. Now I know.
Elephant, my
Ellie,
favorite.
fine. How you
tacky
doing? Happy
bird.
New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Change the banner. Okay, now I gotta change the banner. We already changed it again.
Remember to check that you're subbed up. Hit that like and share if you can. Jacob Castro, my jokes are all racist. Are they though? Are they?
Yes.
You could tell us them later. I don't mind them. I don't think they're racist. They're just colorblind. There you go. That's how I'm going to choose to look at it.
One more thing.
Oh my God, when we were moving, Boo stepped on a piece of tape. Oh my God, it was so funny. Between the leg shaking and the running away from it, I couldn't get it off him. He ran into every wall in my house multiple times. It's like, calm down. It's not going to kill you.
All right. Well, as you guys know, and first of all, thank you guys so much for coming out tonight, being part of the fun on winning Saturday night with T3R special once a month hostess with the mostest popping in to make the place look better. With Panic on hiatus until February, we've been taking a look at some of Jimmy Herring's other work. He had this great band called Frog Wings. Back in around 1999, 2000, Derek Trucks, bunch of awesome people in the band. Oteil Burbridge, Kofi Burbridge, Butch Trucks, Dwayne's uncle on the drums, of the Allman Brothers. And then on this very night, someone recorded an entire concert. So I've been playing bits and pieces of it here on the Jam On Out. And this particular piece they're going to be doing here a little bit of for you has the one and only John Popper. Yes, John Popper was part of the crew too, in case you didn't know that. Popper knows. Popper was actually part of the formation of the Horde tour, which is one of the famous kind of kickoff jam band tours that were out there. It was a festival and had a bunch of big name bands in it, and he was one of the guys that was behind it. And Popper is very popular in the scene, even though his music was a little bit more mainstream. So we're going to be enjoying that on the way on out the door. Shelly and I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, right? Or 8. It's 8 p.m. It's at the weekend, so it's 8 p.m. Eastern. I keep trying to change it. With a documentary and a movie, and I don't even, what's the name of that documentary we're watching by Tommy Robinson, the one that Elon was recommending everybody watch? It's got 5.3 million views. It's about all the really bad shit that's happening over in the UK. So we'll be learning about that since we're getting our geopolitical hats on, and then we'll be watching a fun movie. Silenced. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, Tommy. If you don't know who Tommy Robinson is, he's been trying to do a lot of good work over in the UK for a long time, and the British establishment has been stepping on his attempts to expose the truth. So we should dig into this and do what they want us not to do and watch it. That's what we're gonna do.
It's banned in Britain, so why not?
Yes, to be very defiant. We're gonna watch it.
You're good at that.
Yes. Plus, you'll get to know more about what Tommy Robinson's been doing all these years. He really has been putting himself out there to try to make a difference, to try to help kids and children not be harmed and to try to save his country from being taken over from the inside. Sounds familiar. Mhm. But yeah, we'll be back with that
Yes, sir,
and
yes, ma'am.
of some comedic genre.
Movie.
Yeah, there'll be some kind of comedy to smooth out and balance out the night. But we hope you guys will enjoy us and be rebels with us as we go against the British establishment, go against the crown and their wishes, and support Tommy Robinson by making sure that his work is seen by all. There you have it.
Also, go to Winnings Discord and drop movie titles from like 80s movies that, you know, could be possible things for us to look at.
Yeah, do
Especially,
that.
you know, we run out of ideas, guys.
Why not? Let's go.
And when I say we, I mean he.
All right, guys. Thank you so much again for coming on out tonight. I don't know. Is there anything going on here? We're going to? And the brown hairs and so on.
I
don't
no
know.
idea who's live, but I will look.
I don't know. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna do it. All right,
Okay.
guys. Thanks so much for coming out. Have a good night. Enjoy this Frog Wings with John Popper song, please. You will enjoy it, and I will catch you next time. And until then, stay based and keep on winning.
Mwah. Night, guys. Love y'all.
Well, I ain't gone home as long as I'm still dry. I said I ain't going home as long as I'm still dry. I said if beer won't do it, and I need it with a whiskey right. There's only one thing gonna set me on. I said there's only one thing gonna make my chicken crumble. That's playing on downtown at the Big Red Band's lawn. Yeah, we're jamming at the wetlands. We're gonna have a real good time. We're gonna play down in the wetlands. The wetlands make you feel sublime. Well, down the wetlands, we're gonna play it down. Down at the wetlands, we're gonna put our groove on. Yeah, That's where we're going to meet. Down to Wetlands. I believe it's 161 Hudson Street.
This is a friendship that